It's roundtable time.
That's my baby.
That's my baby.
We're going at it at 110%.
I just want 5 minutes of happiness, please. Just give me 5 minutes.
And they did it! They did it!
Left, feet left.
What the hell was that?
Oh, yeah! What the fuck are you talking about?
What is going on, everybody? It is another episode of A2D Wrestling right here only on A2D Radio. That's right. Don't adjust your dials. It's in this very ring's time slot, but we are doing our annual Wrestlemania Roundtable when in this very ring and lazy booking come together for one night only. We've got the Ginger Gang, Matty Sinsuti, Michael Chromiak. We've got from A2D Gaming, Cam, and as always, I am Ritz. Ladies and gentlemen, WrestleMania is 7 nights away. And what better way to kick it off than with the WrestleMania Awards and the WrestleMania preview and predictions. But first, A2D Wrestling tonight is brought to you by Body Check Wellness. They are a line of products that promote wellness, balance, and recovery by using the full potential of hemp. They come in extracts, blends, gummies, and topicals. Use promo code A2D for 20% off your order at bodycheckwellness.com. Also, our doc, Dr. Paul Vidal at Specialized Physical Therapy. Check him out on the web at specializedphysicaltherapy.com or in Burlington and Cherry Hill, New Jersey locations. He's our doc. Make them yours. That's Dr. Paul Vidal at Specialized Physical Therapy. Gentlemen, are we ready for WrestleMania?
Yes. Ready to go for it. It's been long overdue. Let's make it happen.
Long overdue, fam. It's been a year.
Hey, man. If I had one every single month, I'd have one every month, okay?
And to back you up on that, Cam, yes, we had WrestleMania last year, but to tie it in with the poll question, right? Didn't feel like WrestleMania last year, and
that's what I mean about too. Yeah, it worked.
I mean,
it definitely won't feel it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm very grateful for what we got last year, and obviously the poll question: WrestleMania needs fans in attendance. Agree or disagree? I'm very grateful for what we got, considering where we were a year ago. Right, it was a time where, listen, any kind of entertainment somebody wanted to put on for us, I was very, very grateful. That being said, it's very different. The Thunderdome, I think, has actually, we kind of laughed at the name when it first kind of rolled around. However, the atmosphere was actually pretty fantastic. It did kind of, I know they do canned crowd chants and all that stuff, but it did take away some of the distraction of an empty arena and all that stuff, right? So looking at it now, I mean, I have to agree with the poll, by the way. I feel like it needs it to have that semblance. And yes, we're only going to have 25,000 fans this year at Mania. But guess what? It's 25,000 more than you had last year. You're still going to get a live crowd. And I can tell you, just watching like baseball right now, MLB, right? Some places like Philadelphia, 8,000 fans in the crowd. But guess what? To hear real cheers, genuine chants, makes the experience in person and on television a world of difference. So I have to agree to the poll, and I'm with you, Ken. I mean, it feels like it's long overdue. We're finally going to have fans back in the stands at WrestleMania, and I'm very excited for it.
I'm glad somebody agrees with me for a change.
Oh, no, I agree that having the fans back is the best thing that could happen right now for the WWE and for WrestleMania as a whole, because like, Chrome, you and I watched WrestleMania together last year, and we even commented on that. It would have felt really weird had we not been doing that together. Hearing us talk about it and react to it together and different things like that. So I think having fans back, it really does feel like a true WrestleMania, next week. And hopefully this is the start of things to come. Like I was talking to somebody earlier today. If they don't go back to having fans again till WrestleMania next year, which I don't see happening when it's in Dallas, that'll be 3 years since I've been to a wrestling show. I don't think anybody could say that it's been 3 years. Like at the level of that we go to, I don't think any of us could say, hey, it's been 3 years since we've been to a wrestling show. Like, think about that.
Like I said, like today, right? I went to the Phillies game today. It's the first time I've been to a game since August of 2019, which it just is very surreal because I go to them all the time. And you talk about a wrestling show. The last wrestling, I have gone to a couple of independent shows, but in terms of a grand scale show, right, a WWE show, and I usually, Andy, go to WrestleMania. I'm not this year, and I usually go to just about every pay-per-view that's within a reasonable driving distance. And I haven't been to a show since Extreme Rules, Undertaker's last live appearance when Brock cashed in Philadelphia on Seth Rollins. It's the last WWE show I've been to. Wow. And it feels like ages ago. So I am crazy pumped for this. I can't wait to get back in the crowd. I can't wait to just see a damn crowd.
Maddie?
I mean, obviously agree. I mean, it not only means a lot for the fans, but it means a lot for the wrestlers, to get a chance to see them, to actually get a chance to perform in front of them again, not just screens of them from their homes. They get to see them physically there. That's got to mean a lot to them coming out and actually seeing real people in the stands. I will admit, though, WrestleMania should have had an underlining thing for the show, and they should have said Beyond Thunderdome, but they missed their opportunity there. What could have been on that one? But other than that, though, still,
I think you're the only person that wants that.
Why not? Hey, it's the only opportunity they're ever going to have to actually make that mean something. They might as well have tried it just for the shits and giggles of it.
Right?
Why not? It's WrestleMania.
Yeah, but I don't know who said it, but having the fans back for Maddie, I think it was you that just said it. Having the fans back for the performers, right? It means so much because Crone kind of touched on it. There's no better feel than being in an arena with other fans, and that energy and that electricity that just is inherent with being at a show, right? Whether it's WrestleMania, whether it's an Extreme Rules, whether it's a Raw or a SmackDown, there's always that feel. And I always tell people that's the best thing about going to a show, right? And this Saturday, this Sunday, it's gonna be no different, right? When people walk into Raymond James Stadium this weekend for WrestleMania, it's gonna feel like it should feel, for the last year. We've got a lot of comments flying in. Let's get to them real quick.
Yeah.
Tom Arnone chiming in. Boys, what's up, Tom?
What's up, Dad?
Tom's over there with
what's up, baby?
Tom's over there with Ryan and Ralph doing a Sixers reaction show right now.
Nice.
Greg Milakovic, he hashtags agree to the poll. It's in Florida. Isn't there going to be fans? I'm confused. Shocked. Greg's confused.
No, Greg. They're all imaginary.
Pete Evans, Yo Fam, agree to the poll. What's up, Pete? John Coyle agrees to the poll. Jason Campbell, I'm here for the first time, checking you guys out on my phone, asleep, so I'll be saving the video. Hey, man, we appreciate you jumping in and hanging out.
Brother.
Hopefully you enjoy it. Adds to that, I'm still not happy with the Thunderdome. It's in Tropicana Field. I know Tropicana Field's bigger than that. If the Thunderdome is in Raymond James Stadium, I will not be happy. So my understanding after the Thunderdome, after Sunday, they're going somewhere else for the Thunderdome, right?
Correct. Yep. Yeah, because obviously the Tampa Bay Rays now are back in Tampa.
Exactly.
Right.
So I forget where they're going to be, but
I might have it here somewhere. Frank Bestby, hey, yo, sorry to bother you at work. Glad the fans are back, even if it's in a limited capacity. Greg says I'm an issue. He's sorry for me. Wilson says, what's up, boys?
What's up, Wills?
Julio agrees to the poll. Julio adds, they have fans for Golden Knights games in Vegas. They can go to the Vegas have shows.
And it's actually a hockey team worth watching.
So I definitely wanted to respond to this comment here. Matt Milcarrick, our boy Ultimate Wrestling Fanatics. Shout out to all you guys watching over there in the Ultimate Wrestling Fanatics. Matt says, honestly, the live crowd's the draw this year. It was a weak card to begin with, and even worse now that it's broken into 2 nights. but I could not be more pumped just to see people in the seats. For one thing, totally agree with them. I think the crowd being back is such a major draw, a major hook for this. I will say this. I wouldn't look at this and say, okay, so the build hasn't been great for Mania, and we're really going to deep dive into it. But I am optimistic because there have been so many times that the build for a WrestleMania is bad, but the actual card absolutely delivers. Because I look at it and it looks like it could be good, but the build has been what's disappointing about this WrestleMania, I feel like. So with all that said, I still feel like this is going to deliver. And I think that's – and I don't mind the 2 nights thing. Honestly, I'd rather watch 2 nights and make it a weekend than watch 10 hours. Andy, we've been down that road. 10 hours is a lot of wrestling in one city.
Well, just look at this week, right? Like, when you really break down the week of fuck every other promotion out there this week. When you look at just WWE programming, Monday Night Raw, Hall of Fame on Tuesday, a 2-night NXT TakeOver, SmackDown on Friday, and then 2 nights of WrestleMania. That's a lot.
Bro, and we have to add it because it's such huge news that dropped the other day. Add on after night 2 of Mania, Chris Jericho will be on the Broken Skull Sessions, which is enormous.
Correct.
I can't wait to and just side note, because I know we're probably not going to dive too much into that, although I would, whether it's me and Maddie or we hop on your show next week or whatever, and we talk about it, that's definitely something I'm going to want to have a discussion about.
Absolutely.
With that being said, appreciate you, John, by the way. Excited to see
WrestleMania
this year. You guys doing a live reaction during it. John, we're not doing a live reaction during, but we're going to do review shows after each night.
Yes.
So as soon as it's done, we're going to hop on, and I don't know if it's going to be a YouTube exclusive or we're going to be on both, but we are going to be doing live or reaction shows after. Forget what I was saying now. Lost my train of thought.
What a shock.
Oh, they did say, I was reading about it, Tony and Vince both signed off on this. And from what I understand, there will be discussions about AEW on this interview. So
cool.
Really, really excited to see what we get out of this.
No, I agree.
Cool.
I
definitely thought it was
really
an
good.
April Fool's joke, by the way, when it dropped.
Oh, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's perfect
It just-
timing.
It seemed like it was a troll job.
And I was going to be so pissed.
It's like one of those old Facebook things you would see when so-and-so found dead, then you clicked on it and like, you just been fooled. I'm like, I hated those.
Dude, the countdown, though.
Rick
countdown
roll.
they did the day before. Yeah, getting Rick rolled.
Oh, yeah.
The
And
countdown
by the way,
was phenomenal for that, though. With the basically the old Jericho counting sound, but
Yes.
having beautifully done. I'm so excited for that.
so I just looked it up. WWE Thunderdome is going to move to USF's Yingling Center in Tampa.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So that's where they're moving to. All right, so let's get into the WrestleMania Awards. This was an idea that Chrome and I think Pete came up with.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea is we have different categories, and we're going to go through category by category and kind of give out awards for some of the best moments or performers or matches or whatever the case may be. Give out awards related to those moments. So, where is my list? My list is here. Here we go.
And listen, this kind of evolved literally right up until we went on the air, right? So we were originally like, oh, it's March Madness. Maybe we'll do it like a bracketology. Then it just kind of became like, you know what? Let's leave it loose. You know, we had some guys who were normally on with us who couldn't be on tonight, you know, Butters and Jeff, who sent in some ideas, and we're going to go through those. But, you know, we're live. Let's just, whatever people drop in the comment section or whatever we come up with off the top of our heads, Why do we got to restrict it to just the couple that's listed? So we're not. We'll mention them, we'll talk about them, and then we'll pick a winner. Simple enough.
Let's do it.
Fuck it, let's do it live. All right.
You know, I like train wrecks anyway, Andy. I can't even say your name, Randy. I literally just called you fucking Randy. What is wrong with me?
This is fun.
Andy is now Randy. It's official. That name change has just happened.
At least it's not Rich. And Rich is not
Yeah, no. There's a story behind that too. I'll have to tell you all about it later.
I got stuck between Ritz and Andy and didn't know what to call you there. You just got to
It's okay though. It could be worse. It could have called him by his alter ego, Andy Pettingill. But anyway,
wow.
You know, Matt,
is that the alter ego, or is Ritz the alter ego, and Pettingill's really who we have here?
I think it might be that. Yeah, I think you're onto something there, Crow.
the man made good money. I'll take it.
He's still making money.
And he got to hang out. And he got to hang out with Sunny in her prime before all the issues. So
also fair. Little live wire action.
That might not be an award, bro. It's kind of a
it was before everything. It was before.
You know that.
Before that, never mind. Not even going there. All right, so we're gonna start off. We'll start off with the greatest entrance at WrestleMania. Okay.
Ooh.
Some of the options. So Butter submitted a few options.
Then Jeff, I think, right?
And so did Jeff. So Butter submitted Undertaker at WrestleMania 20. Triple
That's a
H.
good one.
That's a very good one.
That's a good one.
Triple H at WrestleMania 31.
That's another good one.
Triple H at WrestleMania 30.
I love that one. That's me, but
Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 12.
Yes, phenomenal. Because I did see somebody put Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 21, I think, somewhere in there.
That was Jeff. I think he meant 12.
Yeah. Okay. That because there's 2 WrestleMania entrances for Shawn Michaels that I really look back at and I'm like, all right, well, 3. They're iconic. Simply for the fact that he walked out with Pam Anderson in her freaking prime. WrestleMania 11 is one of them. I'm sorry, Jenny McCarthy. He walked out with Jenny McCarthy back then. That's one of them. Obviously, WrestleMania 12, and then WrestleMania 25, right? With the reverse Undertaker and the heavenly entrance.
Yes.
And I was there, right? And for both of them to have Shawn come down from the top in the heavenly entrance and dressed in all white and the white light descending upon him. And then moments later, the dead man rising from the fiery pits of hell dressed in all black. It was phenomenal.
I mean, we literally could do an award of Shawn Michaels.
Yes. The pay-per-view.
God. Jeff also has Taker at 29. And The Rock at 32.
Taker
at
29.
Refresh my memory on that one because I actually forget that one. I remember 30 when he lost and he had the caskets roll up on his side. Yeah, I remember that one.
See, I look at if I'm going 29 and I'm even that match, I'm going CM Punk getting played out by Living Color.
Yeah,
I thought that was bad.
That was great, Cam. It was a great one.
That one. Yeah.
Which that one may or may not come up in another award that we're going to be giving out a little bit later.
And if you are a music fan out there, check out Living Color. It's not just Cult of Personality; they're a great band. Just period.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. Plus, I think if we're looking at Taker, right? Would you guys agree with me that WrestleMania 20 to me is probably his most iconic entrance?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
coming back.
Yeah. Like, I think when you look at some of these guys and you settle on an entrance, I think you got to go to one, right? Like, maybe I'm wrong. Let's go Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 12. Take the others out because I think 12 is the iconic one coming from the ceiling, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and the only what makes that moment so much more iconic is Vince. Vince's line because coming off the rafters and everything like that, and how Vince starts to say something and just goes into the "Oh God," right? So that makes that line. Undertaker entrance at WrestleMania 20 is iconic because you get Paul Bearer, you get the Druids, you get all those little nuances, and he'd been running as the American Badass for the last 2 or 3 years, so it was going back to what made him the Undertaker.
Would you say that one's bigger than the one when he had the Druids in 14?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, 100%.
Absolutely.
I mean, I would nominate, John Cena, WrestleMania 22, the mobster one.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
That one was.
That to me is his best one, and he's done some really great entrances at Mania. Whether you love him or hate him, some of his entrances have been pretty phenomenal.
Yes.
See, for Triple H, I got to go WrestleMania 32. I really liked that entrance with Stephanie doing the little story in the beginning. First of all, looking phenomenal. That popped up on my memories today.
That's not an entrance. That's not an entrance for Triple H. That's a moment in time for Stephanie. I love Stephanie. I'll take Stephanie over any of them.
Oh yeah,
all day. I love her.
All day and twice on Sunday.
That's one of the best moments of my life as a wrestling fan was watching WrestleMania 32 and watching her in that. I mean, I just got to be honest.
We were there. Like I was there.
What a gift! What a gift we got that night.
Oddly enough, that was 5 years ago. That was when we decided to start podcasting. So, like, today's a 5-year anniversary for In This Very Ring in a really roundabout
Happy
sort
anniversary,
of way.
buddy.
So, yeah, thank you very much. But that whole entrance where he comes down with, like, his little gang and stuff, that was great.
Yeah.
I would say, for me, just because of how surreal it was when the NWO theme played in X8. Only because you never actually thought you'd ever hear an NWO theme in a WWE event, let alone WrestleMania. And the Scott Hall match sucked, but Hogan coming out to it, like that, it was just such a surreal moment. Like, holy shit, NWO, WWE, it was still F at the time, and it's WrestleMania. And it's one of the biggest matches of all time. So it's like, holy shit.
Yeah,
like,
Rock. That's a good one. That's a real good one.
So John says, do live performances of entrance music make entrances better?
Depends on who it is, John.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
As long as Lemmy remembered the lyrics, X7 memories are not. No, they're not pleasant. At least they fixed it at 21. At least they redeemed themselves at 21.
Yeah.
If you want to go with live music, I think even for me, just as a recent in 34 with Shinsuke Nakamura, just the band with that was just oof.
Yeah, and like to that point, that whole entrance, having Nita Strauss play in the beginning, and then it plays into. I actually have that version on my phone, and when you go back and you just listen to it, you don't watch it, it sounds so much better.
It does. It does. I can agree with that. I used to have it on my phone as well, so it is worth it. Oh man,
isn't it a shame? And the poor damn the guy. Oh, he's gonna be in that stupid ass battle royal.
So, what do we think is the greatest entrance, though? The greatest WrestleMania entrance of all time?
For me, I have to, because it's, and maybe it has the benefit of having had so much time to run as well. But I have to go Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 12. I just think it was such an iconic moment. It was a moment for WrestleMania that started to transition where the kind of smaller, more athletic guys started to take over the business. And when I think of WrestleMania, that's one of the moments, what's one of the highlights in my head without watching anything on television that I immediately think of is when Shawn Michaels comes down from the rafters, and then at the end when he's sitting and staring at his championship belt. So
the
for
boyhood
me,
dream has come true.
It's one of the most iconic lines, right? So my vote would go WrestleMania 12, Shawn Michaels.
Raymond says Triple H WrestleMania 31.
That was freaking great. I know 30 was great, and 32. Triple H's had a ton of really good ones, but for me, the Terminator entrance was phenomenal.
Matt,
I'm just trying to think. One last minute, if there are any more. that
Maybe-
I wanted to.
What do you think, Maddie? Tommy Dreamer at which WrestleMania was that? 25?
No, that was.
24?
Do you mean 23 when they were
23,
teaming
right.
against the New Breed? Yeah, the God, when they went through the entrance, I think
Ugh.
someone grabbed Sabu too. And I thought, oh man, he's about to get fucked up. Anyway, literally, no joke. Check shit out on Japan. And someone grabbed Sabu. Sabu beat the piss out of this one Japanese dude. Oh my God. Anyway, so for me, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say Austin, X7, coming out in his home state.
Yeah.
And also, you know what? He had that badass Disturbed theme song because, I'm a mark for early 2000s shit. At least I'm self-admitted. But anyway, that was a great moment, just seeing Austin come out in his home state and just hearing the music and everything just in the Astrodome. So that's a special moment.
See, I feel like if I go Austin, WrestleMania 13, man. The glass alone, just the glass with the Austin 316 shattering and him walking through, that was enough of an entrance right there. That again, one of those scenes, right? From one of, if not the biggest talents, biggest professional, a guy on the Mount Rushmore of professional wrestlers or sports entertainers, whatever you call them. And that moment with that glass breaking gets played over and over and over. It's absolutely iconic.
But see, like that moment of the glass breaking is iconic. But for me, when I think Austin, I think 19.
Ooh.
Now,
with
the
his last
long walk down the ramp, flashes of lights all over the place, and just the determination. Like, it's just a walk. He just walks. There's nothing special, but that just the scene of it.
OMR. One more round.
Right? Like, but that whole scene, that stands out as a great entrance.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Man. For me, because I like a good storyline, actually heading into the WrestleMania, I would say Undertaker at WrestleMania 20.
It's a tough one. That would be number 2 for me. So I hear you. It's a phenomenal, iconic entrance.
Yeah,
Return of Paul Bearer,
and then he facing his brother Kane. I felt like the storyline was really, really good. So it just the iconic moment for me.
Agreed.
See, but I do like Chrome's point of Michaels at 12 sets the tone, right? They're other than them coming out on the carts or the camels or whatever, like everybody doing something. Michaels
coming out there with tanks. Like, come on now.
Michaels coming from the top. There is no Austin at 13. There is no Taker at 20. There is no Triple H pick a year, right? There is none of that without Shawn going from the Raptors in the Anaheim Center, right?
Arrowhead
or
Center.
the Pond, or whatever the fuck it was called at the time.
Arrowhead Center.
Screw it. Who cares?
The Pond.
Coming down to the ring on that zip line. So I think that by far is the greatest because you don't have that. You don't have the rest without that.
Agreed, Andy. I never thought we'd see the day. Never
Book
thought
it.
we'd see the
Clip
day.
it.
Jesus.
All right. So are we in agreement?
I mean, with
Michael's
a vote of 2 to the other, I would think it would win. But I will say, Cam, to me, 1 and 2, absolutely those 2 there. But I just have to give it to Shawn Michaels. It's one of the most played videos ever.
It is.
True. You don't really respect how tall arenas are till you see that entrance.
Oh my god! And that's the thing too, right?
Owen Hart stuff. It makes you think about that, and you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
Right. Honestly, too, that's a great point, right? You see the camera that's up at the top of the rafters, right? And you see Shawn coming down. And I know it's like tough. It's tough to think about when you think about what happened to Owen Hart, though. That also puts in perspective of like, holy crap, that dude fell from a really high spot. Like, you know.
Oh wow! Okay, there goes somebody saying that there. Yeah, that's kind of. Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
I get it.
Absolutely not.
You didn't like.
Oh, wow.
You didn't like the Charlotte entrance.
So, and watching it live,
It
there's a disconnect for me, right? So I wonder if, and I haven't gone back and watched it in so long because it was just a long friggin' night, right? But I don't know if that transitioned on the TV a lot better because live I was like, this is dumb.
Yo, you know what I really wish they would have done? I do think I agree with you, Andy, that I thought it was a little bit weird. I didn't hate it, didn't love it, but I wish they would have put a landing pad on top.
Right, we talked about it that night.
Of the scaffold, right? And then have her land over the top of the ring and then put a freaking, just do whatever. Go down.
Go down, do something.
Little elevator coming
Now,
down.
Honorable mention aside from Taker at 20, one that sticks out in my head, Flair at 24.
Oh, it's an
Oh
yeah.
my
With the
God!
fireworks
Yes,
and the
that might
big
be-
robe.
That
That
might be
robe
great
was-
for me.
Come out with that thing was yes. That's
that
a good one too.
Yeah.
absolutely. That rivaled his Great American Bash entrance, which is the one with the helicopter.
Makes sense now.
Another one though, by the way. I know it's very old and maybe not in the theatrics of it, but when I think of Undertaker, right? I think one of his more almost like looking at the character at the stage it was and kind of setting the tone for him was WrestleMania 9 coming out in the cart, but having the crow
Yes.
right over his shoulder. And that's when you were still like the dead man still, right?
Yeah.
He's the walking corpse that we're all like, oh my God, there's this corpse that moves around and beats people up, you know? Like but that to me was that's a memorable one for him. Even though it was a weird match with El Gigante.
Such
Yeah.
a horrible, horrible match.
Can we just say WrestleMania 9, he made an entrance and that was it?
chloroform.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
WrestleMania's 8 and WrestleMania's 9. If you're not worried so much about the in-ring quality, but you just want to be entertained, the visual of them, I loved the set. The first outside WrestleMania, I loved the set. Like, it was always a sentimental favorite to me. But the commentary work on both of those manias is so phenomenal. When you look at Bobby Heenan and Monsoon, their last mania together as the lead commentary team at 8, it's magic. And then you go to WrestleMania 9 and just Heenan and Savage playing off of each other and JR's first WWF broadcast and trying to like keep these two, it's freaking. I mean, they set the tone obviously with Heenan riding out backwards with his ass sticking out, and Savage is getting fed the grapes. Savage getting fed the grapes, and he's like, I was supposed to have the girls feeding me the grapes, and he was supposed to be on the camel.
And then,
I mean, it's
JR
money.
JR's wearing the toga. Okerlund that was his last WrestleMania, wasn't it? Because he was doing the interviews backstage.
That
Yeah,
was his last one until the gimmick battle royal.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just Heenan, man, right? JR with 2 dogs. There's 2 dogs. Heenan, what a great illusion. It always stands out in my head, that line. What a great illusion.
They were ahead of the time.
What was great, too, is that one has half of his makeup sweated off. The other one has his makeup completely on. It's like, yeah, great illusion, Bobby.
Oh, it's so good. I love it. One of the best things ever.
That's pretty bad.
So I'm telling you guys, if you go back and you watch past Mania stuff, do yourself a favor. Watch at least one of those this week. Even if you don't watch it, if you work from home and you like background noise, Let WrestleMania 8 or 9 play in the background and just enjoy the commentary. It's unbelievable.
You know what the funny part is? That is actually the best combination for those two manias.
But hold up. Y'all laugh? I've done that before. Not for WrestleMania. I put wrestling on in the background just as noise, right?
I've done it. I'm not going to lie. I've done it too.
Listen, I work from home now. Half the time with like NXT, that's how I watch it. I watch it on Thursday on an iPad near my computer where I watch when it's something important happening or a phenomenal match. I'll try to watch it. Other than that, I'm just listening to the commentary.
All right, so we talked about regular entrances. Let's do musical performer.
Andy, are you writing down the winners?
Yes, I am.
So we can recap? Oh, my God, I love it.
I told you I would.
You're so prepared for how unprepared I was. I love it.
Hey, man, I almost made slides for these, and then you're like, we'll just read them off. I was like, screw it, I'm done.
2 seconds before, it was like, what, like 2 minutes before we go on the air, Andy's like, you want me to do the opening and the intro? I'm like, how about you just host the whole show? We were going to cut it in, like, I was going to host this, you were going to host the preview, and I was like, no, you know what, man, I think you should just host the whole show.
That's Chrome code for I'm not ready.
I'm tired. I had to get my shirt on. I had to find my headset. A lot of things going on in the Chrome world.
This is called Chrome getting lost in the Blue Lagoon.
It's true.
That's like getting ready to play a football game. And the quarterback says to the freaking, one of the linemen, like, "Hey, can you do the quarterbacking today? I'll just take your spot for the night."
Hey, you want to do me a favor? I'll do my part and I'll throw the football. When you mind doing the play calling for me? Not feeling it today.
All right. Best musical performance. Living Color at WrestleMania 29. Motorhead at 17.
Ooh.
Try 21. 21 would be the better option.
All right. Snoop at 32.
I forgot about that one.
Wow.
Saliva at 18.
Who did Saliva play out?
I'll find out here in a second.
Dudley Boys.
Okay.
Who was it?
Dudley Boys.
Dudley Boys, yep.
Nita Strauss at 34.
Yep.
And then I saw it in the comments earlier. Mysterio's at 22.
Oh, that's with POD. That's a phenomenal.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I personally, I have to take Saliva out. I know it wasn't a play out entrance, but when I think of that Mania and I think of the musical performance, I think of Drowning Pool, Tear Away, and all the video packages they ran. And that, to me, like, Saliva never stood a chance on that as far as being a live performer, because Drowning Pool tore that up.
They did.
And obviously, because we're doing musical entrances, Drowning Pool doesn't qualify in this, but I have to, that alone to me, that automatically disqualifies Saliva.
And Drowning Pool was with their old lead singer, and also it was the theme of WrestleMania, and Drowning Pool was also a better live band than Saliva was. So there you go. That kind of killed it.
So, I mean, although a fair nominee, I would take them out. They don't even cross my mind.
I'm really surprised we didn't say Kid Rock at WrestleMania 25
Shocking.
for the Divas Battle Royale. You know what? I don't know what's going on here.
Oh my god.
Or what about Chris Warren and the DX Band at WrestleMania 14?
Ooh.
Yes, it's not the national anthem. I think we'll be okay.
Listen, you want to talk about one of the worst bands? The fact they should have never had those guys do it. That was awful. That might be the worst musical performance of any pro wrestling show I've ever seen. It was terrible.
Okay. Do you think that they got better at SummerSlam or worse?
No, I don't think they got better or worse. They were shit to begin with and kind of just stayed at that level. Yeah, pretty bad. I would also throw in Joan Jett with Ronda.
Yes.
I think that's one of the best ones I've seen, period.
Oh, my man thought about it. Yes. Hold on. Limp Biscuit and for Undertaker. That's one of my. I love Limp Biscuit, so that's kind of I love that one.
I will admit, I was a fan of Limp Bizkit. I'll admit it. I ain't afraid.
I may have to go Limp Bizkit Undertaker.
I might have to as well.
I mean,
awesome.
It's not like Andy has like, a hard on for the Undertaker all the time.
Not at all. Not at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
Somebody dropped Undertaker in there, and Andy went 6 to midnight real quick. I saw the camera move. He had a little bump action. Had a little bump action from going 6 to midnight. Whoops. Had to back that camera off a little bit.
Reason why he's wearing dark clothes.
Well, it's just a good entrance.
It's phenomenal.
Right?
To me, it's the number one. Not even close.
Yeah.
So are we all in agreement?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love the Living Color one, by the way. And I love the Joan Jett one. The Joan Jett one was phenomenal. But to me, that Undertaker
might not like to Rev Theory for Randy Orton. I think that's 30.
That's a good one too.
Yeah. Bray Wyatt got
it played out too.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt was played out too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
I would tell you right now though, if they could do Wyatt's theme now, the Fiend theme live,
that would be
that might be my favorite ever.
It's over.
Ever.
Done.
I think that song, that was a good song to begin with. To be able to totally change that one and make the song better. It's such a good song. It's crazy. It gets me so pumped up. I'm like, yes, carry your head out. Let's go.
I can see it now. Crow's sitting there just, man, I need a warm-up song. The Fiend's music. Da, 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 da. Walking through the house. Oh, need my floating head.
But that's just just for him to get ready to go to work, and he just goes downstairs to his computer and just drops his head
just
there.
going from my bedroom downstairs to the desk.
Not even to physically go to a place.
I start turning.
What the hell was that?
I think that was because we mentioned Bray Wyatt, and then that happens.
I didn't do that. That scared the shit out of me.
Who did that?
I don't know.
I don't know, dog.
I'm not lying.
It wasn't me because I actually don't know where that's stored, so I really don't know.
Butters in the background. I was like, oh, hey, Butters is here. And then boom. So I was like, what the fuck?
Is Butters here?
No.
Nigga jumped out my seat. Good lord.
I'm so confused.
Someone disguised as Butters came in and hit that shit.
Oh, so it was either Frank or Ryan. Got it. Okay.
They used the cover of Butters.
Bastards. I got excited for a second.
Man.
But yeah. So
Dre Mysterio POD is a really good one too.
Yes.
I almost forgot about that one.
And
But
because he's got the whole cockatoo get-up thing going on.
Booyaka,
booyaka.
That kind of makes me wonder if you know what, never mind. We'll get that later. I'll talk about something different, but
all right. So over the years, one thing has been synonymous with WrestleMania aside from everything else, and it's been celebrity involvement. This year we have Bad Bunny and regrettably Logan Paul has involvement this year. What is the best celebrity appearance that you guys think? So, some names that have been thrown out there: Pete Rose, Money Mayweather, Mike Tyson, Lawrence Taylor, Mr. T, Cyndi Lauper.
Another one that clearly is underrated, but I think is one of the most phenomenal celebrity contributions was Bob Uecker.
See, I was thinking the same thing.
Mr. Baseball.
Bob-
Yeah.
I mean, and he did 2 WrestleManias where he did that, 3 and 4.
Yep.
And the iconic moment of Andre choking him lives in time. It is timeless.
Plus, he was also looking for Vanna White the entire time,
Yeah.
and then in 3 he fell in love with Moolah and he ran off. They never saw him again. Like, I mean, even though I obviously wasn't around for that, that was still pretty funny. Looking back on that, it's like, man,
Oh yeah,
that's funny.
it's iconic. So I mean, he's not going to win, but I have to show love to good old Bob and his personality. The guy's personality was just so perfectly suited for it.
Yeah.
I will say one of the moments I was thinking of this morning or earlier in the day when I was heading to work, I was actually thinking of when they were measuring, I think it was either Regis or someone for the casket, Undertaker and Paul Bearer.
It was Regis.
It was Regis, yes.
Another one who should be mentioned in here, by the way. Phenomenal.
Yes, absolutely. The Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders at 32.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
I just had another one. Rob Gronkowski at
Yep.
what was that? 31 and last year.
I almost want to vote on that just to make Ryan happy.
You get another one of those rant alerts.
Listen, Jenny McCarthy and Pam Anderson.
Yes.
Have to mention those two.
Peace.
Snooki.
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
Shaq.
Yeah, Shaq did his. Yep.
You really can't forget the very first, one of the first ever celebrity involvements, Muhammad Ali.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Liberace.
Liberace. Reggie
I mean,
White.
WrestleMania 1 had so many. I mean, Ken Norton Jr.,
Oh, yeah.
Chris Spielman,
Billy Martin.
Billy Martin. I mean, so many, especially those early WrestleManias. They did a lot. Aretha Franklin.
Yep.
John Legend.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy.
Ozzy.
Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper, 3.
Michelle Williams.
Burt Reynolds.
Another one. What was her name? Flowers.
Jennifer Flowers.
Jennifer Flowers with The
Yep.
Rock. Phenomenal.
That interview.
Rock says it was a jury. It'd be a hung jury if you know what The Rock was saying.
My favorite beginning was
So The Rock was cool.
I love that when at the
Thank you,
beginning
John.
he stuck
Yes.
Donald Trump, shaving Vince's head.
Man. Yep.
I do love how at the beginning of that interview, though, with Jennifer, he stops her. He's like, wait a minute, Jennifer, it's the People's Intercontinental Champion. And I was like, oh, there we go. The genesis of that. You got to love it.
It's so good. So my family's like real big Dwayne Johnson fans, like real big. So now, like, I think they'll kind of watch a little bit of wrestling. So, like, my dad had never actually watched a Rock match. So I put a match on. I told him we're going to watch, like, this week we're probably going to be watching some Austin and Rock stuff because, they're staying with me right now where they're getting their house, something done to their house. So he's going to be here. He's going to be watching Mania. I said, well, I got to get you ready for it. I know you're a Dwayne fan. We got to watch the Austin Rock matches. Like, have to get him ready for that. And plus, he watched our interview with Ken Shamrock, shameless plug here on Lazy Booking on A2D. And if you missed it, go back. You can find it archived on our YouTube page, on our Facebook page, and everywhere else. Phenomenal 80-minute interview with Ken Shamrock. But that being said, he wants to watch that one because he knows Ken Shamrock is. So, but absolutely, the Jennifer Flowers moment is so freaking great. And you're right, Maddie. It's almost like a moment. That's the WrestleMania moment where The Rock became The Rock.
You can't forget Morton Downey Jr.
Another good one.
Hey, Mr. Downey.
Run DMC the following year, 2 in WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many.
Does anyone actually know what they were saying? Because
Elvira.
Elvira, yeah.
WrestleMania 2.
Yeah. Freddie Prinze Jr. which
Does he count?
actually,
I mean, he ended up being an employee at one point.
Well,
Yeah,
so if you go listen to the New Day pod with him on there, that's the night he gets hired.
Yeah.
It's like that whole weekend. They found out he was a huge wrestling fan while he was there, and they introduced him to Steph, and then Steph's like, "You need to meet my dad," and they interviewed him like almost on the spot.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, that's one hell of a day. You figured you're just doing a podcast with the New Day. Next thing you know, you're employed with WWE.
No, fool. It's being at WrestleMania 24. Mickey Rourke at 25.
That's a good one.
A good one.
Good old Mickey.
Snoop was at WrestleMania 24.
He was the Playboy Bunny match.
Yeah.
That's when he made out with Maria.
Yes, it is.
Everybody definitely would have loved to have been Snoop at that moment.
Here you go. Before his time in WCW, Steve Mongo McMichael was at WrestleMania.
Yeah, he was at 11.
Yep.
I don't know if he counts because he turned into a really bad wrestler in WCW.
I love Mongo. You show
I
some
do.
respect.
Yo, Mongo, I don't like when I think back of like the Horsemen of my era. Mongo's a horseman, and he was on the commentary team for a while.
Well,
He was.
Listen,
What was the name of his little puppy?
I don't care.
He had a little puppy with him when he was first started out on the commentary team with Eric Bischoff. But anyway.
Listen,
say hi.
Andy. Yo, what's up, Dad? Sorry.
Oh, finally. Hey, thanks.
Listen, I forget what I was going to say because you distracted me. I'm really losing track of myself today.
Can't find your headphones.
We're talking Mongo,
right?
Right. We're talking Mongo, right? It's sad to me that you say, "Oh, the Horsemen of my era are like Mongo McMichael." It hurts my heart.
I knew it would. I knew it would get somebody.
The Horsemen of my era are like Barry Windham, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, Ric Flair.
But see, like the Horsemen, when I grew up, my Horsemen, it felt like a revolving door of 4 horsemen because it was Benoit, it was Malenko, it was Mongo,
Jeff Jarrett.
Your favorite Jeff Jarrett, Kurt Hennig.
Right, it was just a revolving. It was like going to Target, just pop in, pop out.
Oh, and Brian Pillman too.
I mean, it's legit cutting through me right now. That like that's what you like. I mean, listen, when you talk about the Horsemen of my era, Mongo, first name that came out of here. I know we're talking about him, but Mongo should never be the first name that comes out of your mouth when you talk about the Horsemen of that era.
What happened to putting some respect on his name?
I love him. But
in this case, no.
Listen, there's a such thing as respect, and there's a such thing as keeping it real, and let's keep it real. Mongo's not the first name of any era that comes out when you talk Horseman. The only Horseman he might get mentioned above is Paul Roma.
Oh, God.
Holy shit. I don't even know that. And that's a deep cut right there.
You didn't know that Paul Roma was in the Horseman?
Honestly, well, okay, it's WCW in the 90s. I'm still... It gets foggy with me because, remember, 99 is when I started watching. So, you know...
Wait.
What year were you born, Matt? I got to know when everybody's born so I can start gauging. I got to gauge where these conversations are going to go the rest of the night.
93 as well.
91.
Nice! There we go.
None of you guys are in the 80s?
No.
What's up, Pop?
Fuck, man.
What's up, you old son of a bitch?
I was born in 85, 10 days before the first WrestleMania.
Ooh. I mean, at least you can't say that you watched the
older
first
than WrestleMania.
I've been alive for all WrestleManias.
But think about that, Chrome. You're
You're
older than
all
WrestleMania.
WrestleManias. That's tough.
I'm older than WrestleMania. Yeah, you're right. Technically, I am.
By 10 days.
I got
Talk
10
about
days
being
on
there
Mania.
from the beginning.
So I guess we should say happy belated to you, Crow.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
So what is by far the best celebrity involvement at WrestleMania?
So I would say there's two. Pete Rose, 100%, and Mike Tyson. To me, those are the two iconic ones. And as big as Tyson was, ironically enough, I'm going to go to Pete Rose because it was, well, maybe I'm not.
I'm going Pete Rose because it happened like every other bloody year.
And I'm going Tyson, so that's just so there you go. So
See, go ahead, buddy.
I'm going to throw a little love to non-Attitude Era. I'll go LT because of the match he had with Bam Bam.
Main event at WrestleMania.
And it wasn't a bad match, for all the things that could have gone wrong. Not a damn thing really went wrong. So
and you know what? You talk about a lot of guys too. Right, another big name we never mentioned in the WWE Hall of Fame, William the Refrigerator Perry, WrestleMania 2, pulling John Studd out of the ring, and a lot of those football players back then, right?
Yep.
It's another great name to mention and just put a little respect on his name, but. Terrible Hall of Fame speech, though. I couldn't understand half of what he said. But I mean, he's missing every tooth but 6 of them. So it was really hard.
Was he a football player or a hockey player?
Football player.
Was that a real question?
It was a joke because you said he's missing teeth.
Oh, listen. I mean,
I caught your dry ass humor where it's like,
yeah. Your level of
seasoning. Come on.
We got to work on your sarcasm there, buddy. Didn't know that for you.
I think he put himself in timeout on that one.
Go to timeout, take a moment, get yourself together, come back, and let's try this again, Andy.
I don't wanna.
He said, "Do you know what team he played for, Andy?" Probably not.
No, shut up.
Andy, I was gonna go Pete Rose because I agree with you. It's so iconic, and the creativity of being able to consistently bring him back to work with Kane,
and he shat on everybody.
But then to loop around when Team Hell No was a thing, and to manage to brilliantly reference that in his therapy session was so fantastic, right?
Yeah.
But I have to go Mike Tyson for one reason, and if we're going realistically and take my fanboy out, I love Tyson too, by the way, but that celebrity, and you could go back to one and talk about all those celebrity appearances that really kind of put it on the map. But you're talking about we're starting to get close to like we're now entering the internet era. And Mike Tyson at WrestleMania was such a huge, huge moment on the mainstream scale that's really, like, that to me was what kicked off WWE's ability to be a true publicly traded company.
True.
You know what I mean? It was such a shift in the scales that I cannot disrespect how big that was. It has to be the winner, in my opinion.
All right, I'll agree to that.
But Pete Rose, man, what a trooper, man! I'll tell you what.
Got tombstone twice, got a chokeslam, and a stink face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do best opening match. Jeff was the only one to throw some of them out here, right? He's got Brian Triple H at WrestleMania 30, Bret Owen at WrestleMania 10, the IC ladder match, the IC ladder match at 31, and Money in the Bank at 25.
I'd go back and I think not showing love to AJ and Shane.
Yeah. Well, those were the ones that Jeff threw out there.
Sure, I know. I would mention, to me, there's one, and it's a no doubter, and obviously it's Shawn Michaels and Tatanka from WrestleMania 9. Unbelievable opening bout.
I just want you to know my hand is floating over the remove button.
Well, you know what? Let's change that. Let's go back. My apologies. Let's go WrestleMania 8 with El Matador, Tito Santana, and Shawn Michaels.
I thought you were going to say Tito and the Executioner at WrestleMania 1.
Oh, that doesn't count. That barely even happened.
Oh, that one doesn't count.
That's not the first ever match in WrestleMania history.
Listen, we talked to him, and again, for all you guys who haven't.
Oh, hey, look, another shameless plug.
For all you guys who maybe missed some of our interviews, the plan this week building up to Mania actually is I would like to pull a couple of the clips that we spoke with some of our guests who have talked about WrestleMania moments for them. So pay attention to check it. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that. We'll drop some of that this week. Shameless plug, sorry. Anyway, I forget what I was saying before that, though, because I seemingly can't remember anything tonight.
Brodo goes, hello, everyone. Just tuned in after a crazy basketball game. By the way, I think it caused me to break my computer. Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, yeah. Apparently Gonzaga hit a game winner, so that's Whew.
Yeah, but I think he's talking about the Sixers game.
No, he's talking Gonzaga.
Oh, I thought they were doing a Sixers reaction too.
Oh, they did, but the Sixers won a game they should have won. It was most definitely the college basketball.
I'll show that in a second.
I mean, they won a game they should have won. That's more than I can say for the Flyers. But anyway.
Listen, let's be real. The Flyers right now shouldn't win any games. They're terrible.
No, don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Same way. I don't want to hear it.
Anyway. So, back to WrestleMania matches.
Let's transition that.
Let's transition that because I don't want to go into my depression. Anyway, so
it has to be Brett and Owen to me. That's the standard.
Yeah.
No,
it's hard to argue against it.
It really is. Like, I'm going through, and I don't see. I mean, you could say from WrestleMania 13, the Headbangers winning the tag title. I mean, winning their elimination match. You know, another cheap plug for when we had Mosh on a few weeks ago.
Yeah, we had him on the beginning of February. By the way, if you missed that, go back and check it out on our archives. Go check out our interview with Chaz Warrington, a.k.a. Headbanger Mosh.
And we might as well complete the trifecta. We could always talk about WrestleMania 14, Ken Shamrock versus The Rock for the Intercontinental title. You can catch that one, too, in the archives as well.
A sleeper one for me. WrestleMania 21, Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio.
Oh, yeah, that's
that is a huge
solid
for me. But
I'll be
Same
honest,
show.
That's number 2. That's the second. Those two are absolutely, I think, are the hands down best opening matches in the history of WrestleMania.
Yeah. Let's see.
I didn't realize John Cena won his first title as a opening match at WrestleMania.
WrestleMania 20.
Yeah, WrestleMania 20 was
you're
John
saying
Cena Big Show.
I thought you were saying his WWE title. I didn't realize you were talking singles. Yeah, he opened that with Big Show.
Yeah, that is cool. Yeah.
I realized that. I'm going through and just looking at all and making sure there's nothing I missed.
There. Even if you missed them, Andy, nothing would beat those two, and those two are easily the standard bearer. But I got to go Brett Owen. Brett Owen.
I'm just trying to see if I can shameless plug another match.
One I can say is top 5, and I guess maybe I might be weird for this one, but WrestleMania 27, Edge and Alberto Del Rio. I like that one.
Well, that's Edge's last match.
Yes, technically. Well, as we know, it's not now. Really,
is it?
It was Edge. He retires the next night.
Right. Yeah. But it wasn't his last match, though.
I said it was.
Wait a minute. Did you say?
But it wasn't.
I said, but it was.
Wait a minute.
But it wasn't.
Wait. So you said WrestleMania 27, Edge versus Alberto Del Rio, but Edge, he had a match at WrestleMania 26 against Jericho.
Yeah, that was good too.
Was that an opening match?
That wasn't an opening match. I was just like, it was confusing because Rich said that was his last match. I'm like, no, it wasn't, because he faced Jericho the next year at WrestleMania 26.
No. 27 was his last match.
Oh,
Now,
That
Maddie,
he-
I know.
I'm
now,
lost. I'm
break.
lost.
Hold
Never
on.
mind. I got all
Maddie,
I was like,
confused.
Matt, what kind of
I know.
math are you doing, bro?
Maddie,
You're
I
doing
know
the
we
highest.
established
I
you are not
subtracted
a
by
math
accident.
guy.
My bad. I should have added, not subtracted. My
We
bad.
established you're not a math guy, but Jesus Christ, man,
Alright,
7
you
is
should
greater than
You should
6.
see my math homework. It's awful. Trust me.
I don't want to
Anyway,
know that's
you-
the kind of math
Nope.
your ass is doing.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, I'm not gonna be working at NASA anytime soon, in case anyone was wondering.
That
Anyway.
was
Right.
amazing. He's like, what are you talking about, Andy? I see. I did that, Andy. I fucked with him. I messed with his head. And he's like, you know what, Chrome? You're right. You're right. Andy's not right. WrestleMania 26 happened after 27.
You know what it was? Butters isn't here, so since I am
Somebody
on Team
had to
Butters,
have
I
the
had to pick up the slack, and I had to have a Butters moment there. So there we go. That's what it was.
Somebody
That's
had
what
to have
it
the
was.
Butters moment. You're right.
From the book.
Wow.
But it wasn't his last match, Andy.
Fuck off. All right.
I mean, if I recall, somebody wrestled in 2 Royal Rumbles and a WrestleMania last year.
Fuck off to your safe space.
Just saying. I'm
Okay.
just.
So I'm writing down.
And
I'm
also,
writing down Brett and Owen for 10, right?
I mean, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
the greatest
Yeah.
wrestling match of all time. Isn't that what was that
No,
tagline?
the greatest opening WrestleMania match.
No. I'm saying Edge
Backlash
and Randy
this
Orton,
year.
the greatest
This year.
wrestling match of all time.
Oh God!
Wait, you got Cam too. You got goddamn Cam too.
I'm rolling, man. I am in your heads. I'm living rent free right now.
What's that? What's that? Spider-Man villain Mysterio that just fucks with your head.
Yeah.
That's Chrome right now. We just need to get him a big giant fucking dome that he can put
That's
over
it.
his fucking
That's
face.
it. I'm rolling. I'm
I'm
rolling.
sure if we ask nicely, Frank or Ryan can make that happen for us.
It's gonna put it over you though. that's the thing.
Fuck off. Oh shit. All right. We went opening match. Let's do greatest main event.
Oof. Man, there's
Okay.
a lot of them.
So a main event had to be. Chrome and I talked about this. It had to be the final match on the card.
Yeah. So like Rock and Austin does not qualify.
Yep.
So essentially,
so-
it should be, instead of main event, it should be, I guess we'll say greatest match to close out a WrestleMania.
We'll call it final match. It sounds better.
Does it? It sounds like generic.
We said best opening match.
Closer. Yeah, opening and closing.
Fine. Closing match.
Thank you.
Happy?
Well,
Dick.
listen, we got to work on things live, right? We're winging it, and what you were winging sucked. So I fixed it.
At least I came just a smidgen prepared today.
I mean, at least I text you to let you know that I wasn't prepared.
Gee, thanks, buddy.
You're
What?
welcome.
Boy, I'll tell you, man, if this was a hockey team, if you guys were on the same line, I don't think you guys would be scoring many goals.
See, I disagree. I think our aggression would translate on the ice.
I need everybody to stop. There ain't no way in Schitt's Creek you're going to get me to play in a hockey game right now. In any capacity. There's no way I play.
We're not even getting Andy on ice.
Also, yes. Now, that being said, I can ice
I'd
skate.
pay to say it, though.
I choose to understand that me and Gravity are not friends.
You wouldn't even
You
do beer
shut
league
your
hockey?
mouth down there, Great Value Usher.
Okay, I don't have it bad. Shut up. Good Lord.
Just saying, Hootie. You calm down there.
All right. Okay, Andy, would you at least play football? You'd be fine on a defensive or offensive line.
Do I have to move very far?
Yes.
Then I'm out. I'm out.
We're talking all pro, all lazy team. Who's the top dog? Who's the MVP? Andy? Andy or Ralphie? I don't know.
Ralphie.
Ooh.
I don't know. I mean, I've seen Ralphie get up and throw a football at least. I've seen him try to swim. He might get a cramp, but I've seen him try it.
Try it after the battle, so you're good.
That's right.
He might do a diving team too. I mean, he'd be a good candidate for that too.
Oh,
You've seen him in your pool there, Chrome.
Hold on. Cam's never seen it. I'm doing it.
God damn it! Ain't no party like a chrome pool party because a chrome pool party don't stop.
Oh God, I love it here. I really do.
Oh God!
All right, so and now this is Butter's list. I'm going to preface this. This is Butter's list. I don't think all of these are closing matches. I haven't confirmed any of this.
Oh, here we go.
Becky versus Charlotte versus Ronda at 35. We know that one closed the show.
Yes.
All right.
He has on here Undertaker versus Michaels. That did not close the show.
Okay, it's tied at bad and good.
Well, it did 26.
Right, but he specifically says 25.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
So Triple H, Benoit, and Michaels at 20.
Okay,
Who?
close out the night.
Triple H, Benoit, and Michaels at 20.
Who?
Vacant.
Vacant. I'm sorry. He says
Maddie.
Rock,
See, Maddie, you know me all. You know me so well, Maddie. Thank you. He already
Rock and
vacant.
Austin at 17.
Yes.
Michaels and Bret Hart at 12. Hogan and Andre at 3.
Mm-hmm.
Roman and Lesnar, then Roman, Lesnar, Rollins at 31.
Yeah, that closed. Yep.
Hogan and Warrior at 6.
Yep, that closed.
I mean, that's a pretty good list.
Yeah,
He had a good 7-1 record on that one. He only got one wrong.
Now Jeff has the triple threat at 30.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Rock and Austin at 17. The triple threat at 20. The triple threat at 35. He has Taker and Shawn at 26. Hogan and Warrior. Rollins, Reigns, and Seth. Wait, what? Oh, what? That was never a match at Mania. Rollins, Reigns, and Seth. I think he means Lesnar.
No. WrestleMania 31, when Seth cashed in, it was an official main event.
No, listen to what I say, though. Rollins, Reigns, and Seth.
Oh, he meant Lesnar. Okay, I got you.
What's Seth's name in there?
Yeah, he meant Lesnar.
And then he has Shawn Michaels.
I believe this closed out. Underrated one. Cena Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 21 was a phenomenal match.
It's 23.
23. Sorry, you're right. 23.
Cena Rock at 29.
So my issue with those matches, right? I went back, by the way, and I remember people kind of dumped on it, but I think they did it more so because they don't like Cena. First match was really good. Told a great story. You know, you're not going to get, high spots from those kind of guys. You're going to have sort of a technical and a powerhouse type of match, and they're going to tell a story, right?
Yep.
My issue, and I was at 29, and it was great. It was a great time, and it was cool to see it. My issue with the match is it wasn't different enough from the first match. It was very similar. Which the once in a lifetime / twice in a lifetime should have stayed a once in a lifetime.
Yes.
I think it would have kept that legacy fresher, better.
I will admit, though, when they were building up for that twice in a lifetime match, when Cena said, well, I had Rock beat. I thought I was in his hometown. Why not beat him with his own stupid move? I'm not going to lie. When he said that, I actually cried laughing. That was actually pretty well said by Cena when he wanted to do the people's elbow.
I mean, listen, you have to look at it. You know, it's the first time that, and I'm sure maybe it'll come up when we talk about moments, but it's the first time that a Mania main event, like closing show event, was made the year before.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was,
Yes.
I mean, it was, and they were able to build it slowly with social media throughout the year, and it was pretty phenomenal when they would go at each other on social.
It was. No, I agree.
We had a great performance from The Rock live with the guitar and everything. It was awesome.
I was there that night.
Nice.
Nice.
I was there for the Rock concert that night.
The Rock concert. Love it.
So when I go Rock in Austin, right? I go to 15. I feel like the end and kind of the follow through of how it played out after the fact kind of killed 17 a little bit for me.
Yes.
And I do feel like in moments like this, like what makes it iconic is talking about how guys are kind of made after, like Shawn Michaels, right? Phenomenal story going in, and how he came out after the fact makes 12 even more iconic, right?
Yes.
17, even though it's probably a top Mania, maybe it's 1 or 2 or 3. Feels a little snake bitten in the main event for me for that. And even Austin himself says he didn't like.
Is that a pun?
No, you see what you did there, Austin?
Oh my goodness.
It is a little snake bitten, and it's not as great for me. I go to 15. I have to go to 15.
Is it
Ryan
weird?
says triple threat at 30.
Is it weird though to say that Austin has shat on both of his main events with Rock? You know, he didn't like 15. He preferred Backlash the month later, and then he didn't like the way X7 ended because of the fact that he turned heel. It's weird, right? That he kind of has those two gripes.
Yeah, but when you watch him, he is very critical of his stuff, his work.
Yes,
True.
he's overly critical, I think, sometimes.
He is definitely a perfectionist when it comes to his own work, and a lot of guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm surprised nobody brought up? Lesnar Angle at 21.
Ooh.
19.
19, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he should be.
Okay, so the main event of 21, because we've gotten it
I'm
wrong
just kidding, I
twice.
love
The
you.
main event of WrestleMania 21 was Batista versus Triple H for the World Heavyweight title, just
Yeah.
to clarify.
Cena and Triple H, phenomenal crowd for that.
That was 22.
That is a phenomenal crowd.
But I like Brock and Angle at 19. That's a good one.
That's a very good one.
Very, very good one.
Edge Undertaker at 24.
Yep. That
Stone
was
Cold
awesome.
and Michael was at 14 if I'm mistaken.
Yes.
Okay, that one. I'm just
You know what had, I think, one of the best builds, and the match was good, but it didn't really deliver 100%, was Triple H Randy Orton at 25.
yes.
Like, to this day, going back, I love watching the build for that match and how Randy systematically went through all the McMahons, right, and Triple H, and then you have that night. I think it's like right before WrestleMania, like the go home show. You have Shane come out, then Vince, then Triple H, and the three of them go after Legacy as the show goes off the air, right? You know, I think had Randy had been champion at the time and Triple H win the title off of him, I think that goes higher up on my list. But to have Triple H retain his title, yeah. Randy does all that work for nothing.
I mean, it would have been tough anyway because they would have followed Shawn and Taker, and that's the shitty part of it. You know, that's where it's like, oh, man, they got fucked big time because how you going to follow it, you know?
I mean, Triple H is used to getting fucked at WrestleMania Because he went on after Hogan and Rock at 18.
You got him.
That's true.
You
He's
got him.
used to it.
This is a hard one because there is some really good ones. Do you want to go by the quality or do you want to go by the iconicness of a match? There's a lot of different ways to look at it.
To me, it doesn't. I say it doesn't matter, right? But it kind of doesn't matter which route we go for it.
So I'm torn between two. I understand. So I can use. There's different ways where I can remove a couple, right? Like for me, 30. The match was really good. To me, it wasn't a phenomenal match, but the moment is iconic, right? Yeah. So I would say like Daniel Bryan and the Yes Movement emerging, right, would be in our when we get to iconic Mania moments coming up shortly. So I would take that out. When I look at some of the other ones that you guys have mentioned, kind of a similar thing. But to me, if I'm looking, it's Hogan Andre, Warrior Hogan, and Michaels Bret Hart to me are the most iconic three main events. And it's no disrespect to any of the other ones. But I look at them and those were what put WrestleMania on the map. And when I look at the one, it's Hogan Andre. I have a hard time, whether you were born or not, to not look at that main event and say that changed the industry is really hard for me to overlook. So I have to go Hogan Andre.
You see, I gotta go. And
the build for that, Andy, because when you talk about main events, you have to look at the story that it took to get there. And that's why Brian and them, that's up there for that. But when you look at the story, Andre being a good guy for so many years, not losing for 15 plus years, whatever it was, for him to turn on Hogan and turn heel at that point in his career was like Cena turning heel. Like, it was such an iconic moment, and the way it happened on Piper's Pit, and Bobby Heenan, that weasel son of a bitch, getting in Andre's head. And
do you still harbor ill feelings?
Listen, he turned my boy Andre. He took Hulk's best friend away from him, guys. I have to say,
that was Macho Man.
Yeah. I just
that was a few years later.
I just don't think you can't. I just think you can't overlook that. And that to me was the best era of wrestling, when they could properly and slowly build to a major main event. They didn't have the pressure of 12 pay-per-views and 10 hours of weekly programming. They were able to utilize and slow burn, like when Hogan and Andre finally wrestled, right? It was like, oh my God, we're finally getting this. They barely touched going into Mania. Barely even touched. Unlike now where, I mean, how many times have we already seen Big E and Apollo?
Don't even get me started. Don't even fucking get me started on that bullshit.
But you know what I'm saying, right? How many times have we seen it already? But we're gonna put it on the Mania card now, right? But meanwhile, we have WrestleMania SmackDown, which is the dumbest shit I've ever heard of, by the way.
Oh no! Not only is it on the WrestleMania card, it's in a Nigerian drum fight.
Is it?
Hold on. I'm gonna say that again. Please say that again.
For those of you that were not listening, Big E will defend his WWE Intercontinental title against Apollo Crews in, I swear to God, I can't make this the fuck up, a Nigerian drum fight match. I fucking quit. If this match stop. If this match isn't held at the bottom of a cliff inside a tiny pool of water, then I don't fucking want anything to do with it.
That should close out Mania.
Hold on.
That should close out Mania.
I think Vince lost it, dog.
Yeah. First off, so okay. So first off, couple notes. One, what the fuck is that name for a match? Secondly,
Apollo said this promo. I don't even know what kind of match it is.
and then secondly, with all the PC shit going on in the world, how the fuck did this one get through? Like, seriously, how did no one say, yo, isn't that kind of racist? Like, I'm surprised no one has said that yet. Like, seriously, in the world we live in today. Like, think about that for 2 seconds.
I don't think it is, but
I'm not saying it is, but I'm saying I'm not surprised no one's flagged it yet. You know what I mean?
What do you head towards? Makes it sound a little. It's
like,
close.
Do you hit each other over the head with the drum, or is it like whoever learns how to play? Is it like remember that game Simon where you push the colors and it would have like a beat and you have to repeat it and do it?
Yep.
I know what you're
Bop
it, right? Is it like Bop It, right? That one too, where you have to repeat and get the thing too. Do they do that with the drums?
Drum line at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is Nick Cannon going to be the fucking special guest ref for this goddamn match?
I'm in. Book Nick Cannon. Let's go.
Wow. Oh my god.
Oh fuck. All right.
Let's go from Nigerian drums to you know what? Never mind.
Don't even do it.
Oh my god.
I gotta go. But to bring it all back, right? I've gotta go Brett Sean at 12. I think it stands the test of time. We talked about it before with the entrance and Sean's entrance about how that kind of changed the game, right? Don't get me wrong. I have a ton of respect for Hogan Andre. But when you...
Hulk slammed Andre and tore every muscle in his back, dude. Okay?
Yeah, and he's still having surgeries for it 30 years later. But that's besides the point. Right? I have a ton of respect for Hogan Andre. But when you think about something that stands the test of time, Brett Sean definitely stands the test of time. Definitely says this is what personifies WrestleMania. Right? I think Hogan slamming Andre is the moment. Mm-hmm. Brett Sean is the match.
Okay.
And that's a fair point. It's not right, but it's fair.
That's okay.
I'm probably going to lose this one because none of you fuckers were even born until 1991 at the earliest. So I fully expect I got to show love to the original, to the GOAT or freaking OG main event of the icons.
Oh,
okay?
It's not the boat?
Maybe it is. I'm going boat. You're right. It's the boat. I hate that shit so much.
I'm gonna go more of the iconic moment. WrestleMania 20, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and Chris Benoit. That's mine.
Okay.
It's because of
who?
WrestleMania 20, the triple threat match of Shawn Michaels. Never mind. You heard it. I don't think.
You're learning fast, Cam. Well done. I was this close. I almost had you. You caught yourself last time.
Yeah, wait. You say what? Come on.
It's gonna do the Austin.
It is a great match, by the way. I have to, I don't not watch matches involving vacant.
Yeah.
But I can't go out of my way to watch them. I would love, honestly, to go back and watch that match, but I will never watch it unless I decide one day just to put on WrestleMania 20 in its full.
And even then, you may not see it.
Well, I have it on DVD. Honestly, a lot of times I watch the DVDs instead of watching them on the network because I have all the original broadcasts of them, as they were released. So, you don't have a lot of that. Some of the Attitude Era ones where they started blurring shit out, I do watch those on the network now because they can show them. But like that one, I'd rather watch that than watch the screwy network version they put out.
By the way, should we have a moment of silence for the network since it's now Peacock?
I hate it too.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah.
I'm in a weird love-hate with it, right? All right, let's dig in for real quick. Let me just stretch the leg out here. Got to stretch my hip. I don't know if you guys heard. I went to a chiropractor and found out my leg was an inch shorter than the other one, so they did an adjustment and fixed it.
You can do that? Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Wait, forget that. That's not even my question. God damn, you're old.
What? That I saw a chiropractor?
Well, no, you're just old.
Yeah, I mean, but I look better than you do. Isn't that funny? I'm so much older than you, and I look so much fucking better than you. How salty do you have to feel right now?
Andy, and
I'm
I
not.
don't know what he's saying, but I'm going to make it this time.
I mean, you're what, 6 years younger than me, and you're already pushing about 6 years since the last time you had a hair on your head.
Cute. That's real cute.
And look
I
at
got
this. Look
plenty
at
ass
this.
white.
Look at this. Look at this full head. I have to shave to
That's
go
not
bald.
a full head.
I have to like falsely go bald. I have to take it off myself.
I have to falsely go
Oh
bald.
my
I can just say, oh no, you know what, Crow? You know what you need to do now? When
You gotta
Lacey
go with
fucking rolls around too, is you gotta wear a bald cap and then just call
Oh.
yourself Andy for the shit.
Listen. By the way, Andy, where's your Bad Bunny shirt?
We're done. We're done with Matt tonight. Matt.
You're such a dumbass because you forget I have access to that. You are so dumb on that. Oh
He can
my
literally
God.
put himself back in. What are you doing?
No, I knew he had it.
Are you gonna? So were you just telling me you were gonna grow your hair out and be like Ciampa, the oldest 39-year-old in the world? Where his new gimmick is, I'm gonna age 20 years in 6 months.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Where's your Bad Bunny shirt, by the way?
What Bad Bunny shirt?
Remember when we talked about this like a month and a half ago?
you
We
thought-
talked about
Hold up. Stop. Yes, we talked about it, but there was no way in Schitt's Creek this Jew was spending money on a Bad Bunny shirt.
Okay.
You know
But-
what? Hold on, Andy. What's your address? Hold on, I'm about to go buy you one right now.
There we go.
No.
I gotta go on. I gotta get my new KO Mania.
Do that right now. Hold on.
I gotta get my KO Mania
Just
know
5
what,
shirt.
man,
I'll just
we'll
send one
pitch
to
in
you.
for that. Don't worry.
There you go. I'll just get it right now.
Cam was just at my house last weekend. Shit.
Maddie, what was he supposed to say, Maddie? Do you remember what he was Bad Bunny, I'm the baddest bunny or something like that?
Yes.
After everything he said, he was supposed to say something about how much he loves Bad. We got to go back and pull the film on that so we can do that for the WrestleMania post show.
Yes.
Not a chance.
If you don't do it, we're just going to keep kicking you out of the stream, and then you'll have to try and add yourself, and we'll just keep kicking you back out. So,
Hold on. First of all, I don't know what this Wii shit is because these two down here don't have any power.
So what happens if you guys continuously kick each other, and then like if you get dropped, then we're screwed? Well, you know what? Maybe we can do this.
Maybe.
Game. We can
No,
do this game.
screw it all up.
Let's kick them. Although we'll have nobody to stop the stream then.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
Well,
good night,
maybe-
everybody. We just like sign off and leave it running.
oh, do like what Snoop Dogg did. He was playing Madden on Twitch, and he rage quit, and he left it on for 3 hours, and it was nothing going on the entire time.
All right, but so what? So let's bring it back. What is the best closing match?
All right. So I went Hogan, Andre. You went Michaels and Bret Hart. We got to get these two gentlemen. Oh, Cam went with the triple threat match from WrestleMania 20. Maddie?
For me, just because he won the world title in the main event, Undertaker and Edge, 24.
Mm.
And I liked it
All
because
right.
Edge was also countering everything. Taker had to be resourceful to win it.
Somebody want to change their answer?
Nope. Nope. You young fucks are going to learn.
You ain't down with my answer. You know I got 2 words for you. So
2 words for you. Hogan, Andre.
Well played. Well played.
There you go. Oh my god.
So, all right. So let's vote on which one is the worst option then.
Or
right.
hold on.
And then we'll
Since
make
we-
that person break the tie.
Since we do it live, though, hold on. This could be a content piece. Let's leave it up to the fans.
Okay.
We'll put a piece out there tomorrow. Okay, so I'm gonna write these down. Hogan, Andre.
And we'll see. We'll let people pick who should win.
Yeah. Triple
I mean,
threat
Hogan Andre's
20.
gonna win, so
We said
you guys
Edge
might
and
be some
Taker.
young bulls in there, but we got some old fucks in the Real Talk group that'll.
I don't think you understand the power of the people.
You guys need to make a stable. I don't know if you could do that in Facebook groups. Just call yourself the old fucks. You really should. Oh my god, that'd be great.
You couldn't do it. Nope.
I'm in. Let's go.
That should be a stable though, like in wrestling, like an indie. It'd be an indie
stop,
thing, but
stop.
you know,
There's enough goddamn factions out there. I don't need any fucking more. I don't need any more dumbass names. No, this is not going to be the goddamn NFL of professional wrestling. Fuck that. The Pinnacle name is stupid. QT Marshall's crew is stupid. I don't understand why everybody and their fifth grandmother needs to be assigned to have one leader, and then the rest of you are all just minions. Fuck it.
You don't like the Death Triad?
No, I don't. No, I don't fucking like the Death Triad.
What about the Inner Circle?
I like the Inner Circle.
Okay,
Inner
we'll
Circle.
get in there.
But see, this.
What about Best Friends?
That's a tag team.
But
It's a
Orange
stable.
Cassidy is included. They are called Best Friends. They are a
With
stable.
Orange Cassidy. Wait,
Right.
they're now a state. Wait, stop. Now they're a state. No. It's a goddamn tag team with Orange Cassidy.
No.
Absolutely no.
You can try to put every technicality you want out there, okay?
No.
But the reality is, they have
refuse.
literally they literally come out with each other since Dynamite debuted 2
I
years
don't
ago.
care.
You
They're the
care?
best friends with Orange Cassidy. They are the best friends with Orange Cassidy. Fuck off. There's very few things in the world of professional wrestling that makes me so angry. And the amount of factions that exist within one company is staggering.
And the best part about it, right? To your point, what I hate equally is the other company that has
Doesn't
next
have
to no
any.
factions. Like, can we
can't
take
get a common ground?
Can we take half of here and put half into this one?
And then as soon as you get a good faction, they're like, haha, no.
oh my god. Yeah, I just thought of something. We need to make a show where we all have, like, what are we of a stable? Do the Jersey Triad. Who's Bam Bam, who's Canyon, and who's DDP. And you have to be from Jersey, which most of us qualify for. So
I don't. I'm from Philly.
I don't.
You're close enough. Damn it, you're close enough.
No. I'm not putting him in my faction of Jersey people.
I don't want to be in a faction of Jersey people.
Well,
You have no choice if you were born in Jersey. You got no choice but to freaking admit it.
Listen,
you really can't.
Listen, we have the Texas trio over here of Cam, Butters, and Ritz.
Well, Butters ain't here, unfortunately.
Yeah, Butters is working.
Butters is the Scott Hall of the groups. He shows up sometimes he doesn't.
Okay, I'll give you that one. All right.
Sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not.
Sometimes he's wasted in a gutter somewhere, you know.
Oh my God, no, that's.
Oh, wait a minute. So would
That's
so
it.
would
Yeah, that
Andy-
is Andy. Andy's eating 100 pounds of crawfish and getting shit faced.
Dude, I don't even want to talk about it.
So Cam, you want to be you be Dusty? Want to be the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, baby?
No, Butters is Dusty, 100%. Butters is Dusty. Because I said it last week. He said something, and I went, why the fuck did you just go Dusty Rhodes on me? He goes, that's just how I talk, baby. I was like, what?
Yeah, he does do that, and I could see it actually. I would probably put him in the Dusty category.
But he's like Dusty with none of the business intelligence.
Yeah.
Does he have the charisma though?
He's getting there.
Okay. And Crow's like, I'm not so sure about that one, but okay.
I gotta give the kid a little credit.
Listen, he's a sweet man. I'll give him that. He knows I love him.
Fuck. All right. Let's go to iconic moments. Okay. So, iconic moments within the world of WrestleMania. Hogan
So I would take Seth cashing in more as a moment because the match, even though technically it's considered a match, the match was always billed and promoted as Roman and Lesnar. But the moment of Money in the Bank finally cashed in at Mania and closing out a Mania is very iconic.
Well, we've got I'm Sorry I Love You from WrestleMania 24.
That's a beautiful moment. It really is.
Lesnar beats the streak at 30.
Yep.
Butters said Edge put Foley through the table at 22. Vince and Austin at 17.
Yes.
Taker retiring Michaels at 26. Macho Man and Elizabeth reuniting.
WrestleMania 7, yep.
Yep. We also have DX and NWO at 31.
Warrior returning and Papa Shango at WrestleMania 8.
Yep. Mike Tyson turning on DX at 14.
Yes.
Double doinks. What a great illusion.
Warrior returning at WrestleMania 12 and shitting on Triple H.
The Rock and Hogan at 18.
Yeah.
And not even the whole match, not just the moment when they're staring and they looked one way and then they looked the other way. And you realize now watching back, that's the moment they said, okay, you're going to play the face, I'm going to play the heel.
What's great is those two didn't even need to wrestle, and the crowd was already losing their shit.
Oh, yeah.
That's just perfect right there.
What are some other iconic moments?
Austin passing out.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was at 13.
Pete Rose getting tombstones. I would put in that.
Yep. Vince getting his head shaved.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Everybody holding Bret Hart up as he's winning the WWE title. That's for you, Chrome.
Fucking guy never deserved it. Never fucking deserved it.
Every once in a while, you just got to light the match. Every once in a while.
I mean, listen. I know he still cries about it to this day, and maybe it's why I love the moment so much. Hogan coming in and challenging Yokozuna at WrestleMania 9. It's one of the greatest things. Not only did Bret lose his title, he wasn't even given the benefit of being the label of the former champion because Yoko now was the former champion at that point. I loved it.
Sorry.
Daniel Bryan at 30.
Yes.
That's
yes. I was actually there for that. That was
Oh, I thought you were going to say you were there for Yoko getting beaten the shit out of Bret. I mean, you were born in 93. You could have been a baby in the crowd. When were you born in 93?
Yes, I was. Yeah, August.
Oh, no, you still weren't alive yet. That was March of 93.
I think...
Oh, was that 93 or 94? That was 93, right?
Yeah, 93. It was WrestleMania 9. Yep.
Yeah.
I think, for John here, when he says Bret and Shawn, the Iron Man match, I think just the fact that it went to sudden death.
That, or honestly, you could just take the moment of the boyhood dream has come true and Shawn sitting and staring at the title.
Correct.
Or the moment
punching.
Or even more iconic from that match, guys, the moment he grabbed Earl and told Bret to get the fuck out of the ring.
I was going to speaking of Shawn,
I really like Bret Hart, Cam.
Let's see that.
Well, speaking of Bret Hart, the Hart family versus McMahon at WrestleMania 26.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was a great moment. So iconic.
That was so bad. So bad.
that was like a perfect example of just, storytelling, psychology. It was all there, Just seeing Brett come out in a fucking hockey jersey, and
Jorts.
it just
He might, for all the years that John Cena made the jorts an iconic thing, I think Brett took it to a whole new level.
he did. And it wasn't just one appearance either. He did it every single fucking night.
SummerSlam. We got that last run. We got a SummerSlam match where he was in for 2 seconds in his jorts and got DQ'd.
I know it wasn't at WrestleMania, but Brett winning the United States title wearing a hockey jersey and jorts might be the most cringeable thing I've ever seen.
The original John Cena. Hilarious.
I mean, I don't know if that was burial of the Miz, but hopefully they gave him a little extra in the paycheck that week.
I don't even know. How did he lose lose that title?
Let's find out, shall we?
Was he stripped of it?
No, I think he vacated it.
I'm sure he's bitching. I'm sure he's still bitching somewhere about it.
But on a serious note, though, since we were talking about Shawn there a few seconds ago, Mike Tyson punching him out at WrestleMania 4.
Yes.
That's a WrestleMania 4?
4.
No,
14. Sorry. God damn it. Fuck. Jesus.
It's still not there at all.
Right. God damn it. Just give me the fucking F already. Damn it. Jesus.
Undertaker's WrestleMania debut.
Yeah. WrestleMania 7. Nice. He somewhat caught Jimmy Snuka at the end there. Head put him down, but still.
Possibly the worst tombstone of all time at WrestleMania 8, where Jake's head is 7 feet from the ground.
Oh, God. Woo. Oh, it could be even worse. WrestleMania 13, when Sid supposedly shat his pants right when Undertaker gave him that tombstone.
Which, by the way, guys, if you haven't heard, we also had an interview with Sid in September of 2019. And by the way, although we didn't talk about shitting his pants, we did talk about a lot of things that he's done. So you won't get the shit your pants story, but you'll get a lot of other good things from Sid. So make sure you guys go back and check that out.
Should we take that as a fail a little bit, though? Should we have asked him about that?
No.
Should we have asked him if... No. Okay.
Oh, yeah. That had gone over real well.
We went into the leg getting snapped thing. I think that was good enough.
Yeah, good point, yeah.
Eddie and Bacon celebrating their titles together at 20.
It's ruined for me.
That's a hard one to...
murdered people, man. It doesn't work for me.
Here's another good moment. Michael Cole winning his only WrestleMania match.
Wow. No.
Sorry.
How did we not talk about the main event of WrestleMania 27 as one of the greatest of all time, by the way?
When the rock bottom John Cena at the end there to let the Miz win.
One of the greatest things I will say, all joking aside, from WrestleMania, 27 was a train wreck. It was a terrible, terrible WrestleMania. Yes. But I have to say, the promo intro video of The Miz going into that main event is still one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
The Miz was on that super troll run right there, so it was perfect, actually.
You have, by the way, Jericho low-blowing Shawn Michaels.
At WrestleMania 19. Yeah, at the end of their match.
How about
Vince McMahon coming up in that same show with bloody face with that perfect
that's a good one.
Oh, that was classic.
That is a good one. That's a good one.
Triple H, Undertaker, and Shawn Michaels at the end of 28, at the end of the era match.
That's a good one.
On the top of the ramp. That's a moment.
22, when Shawn Michaels jumps off of the top of the ladder, threw Vince in the trash can.
Yeah, and Vince is going back up on the stretcher just like this. Because that was also the start of the whole DX reunion.
It was.
And we got the amazing match where it was Vince and Shane versus Shawn and God.
Oh my god, that was actually, yeah, literally. Oh my god.
Listen, I really
Anyway.
thought God. I honestly really thought God was going to help him kick out. I believed.
We are all going to hell.
Oh my god,
I was
that was one of the best promos from Vince, by the way, when they are in the church and he does this Triple H spit take in the holy water.
I'm not gonna lie though, I remember watching that when it first aired, going, "Oh, this isn't good." And I wasn't that old, right? I'm like, "This is bad. This is gonna get real bad." Where's my mom? She can't see this. Shit.
You know the funny part is my mom's a Christian woman too, but she actually found that segment hilarious. Ironically enough,
your mom is not as crazy as my mom and grandmother were.
That was, you know what's funny? That was 2006, right?
Yeah.
So you guys were 14 and 13. No, Andy, you were what? 15? 15-ish.
Something like that.
14, 15. You guys were 12, 13.
Yeah.
When I was your age, like, I was 13,
we
14.
walked to school up
When
hill
the
in the snow.
Like, I was 13, 14 when the Attitude Era was a thing. And when I was 12, 13, that was like the two dudes with attitudes, the new generation era.
Wow.
And y'all don't know about watching the Action Zone, okay? With the two dudes with attitudes. And the
we're on the Action Zone right now.
What are
you talking about?
Fuck you, Maddie.
Ralphie and the Undertaker.
What about the Hardys coming back at 33?
Yes.
Ooh, great moment.
Spectacular moment. Edge spearing Jeff Hardy out of
the ladder.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Undertaker's retirement at 33.
I was there for that.
That was scary. Yeah. Triangle ladder match. Jeff Hardy doing the swanton through the table.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shane jumping off the Hell in a Cell
at 32. I remember we were there, and we're watching them climb up, and there's this chant that starts rumbling. By the time it gets to us, we're like, "What the fuck are they saying?" They're saying, "Please don't die."
Yes. Oh my god. I remember hearing that, watching it. I was laughing so hard. Oh my god.
Looking at the way they had everything set up, it's like, here was the cell, here's the table. Like, you can't jump. You just have to take the wheel and fall.
Yeah, there's no jumping off of that. That's literally, we're just going to fall through this.
Yeah.
What's even weirder, too, is like you could just see gravity taking its effect, and he came down so fast, too.
WrestleMania 17, Shane and Vince, Linda kicking Vince in the balls.
Yeah. Yes. Coming out of the chair. Best pop Linda ever got. Oh, my gosh.
WrestleMania 34.
Mm-hmm. I was going to go to 34. Go ahead.
Before all the bullshit started, AJ Nakamura, the fact that we were going to get the match.
Yes.
Yeah.
For me,
the match, unfortunately.
Or Daniel Bryan's return match.
Or Braun and Nicholas. Or was that his name?
Yeah.
Yes, it was. You got that right.
Hey, if you watch that broadcast, that's what I'm on. Because Braun walked right by us, and you could see us right there. He was sweaty and gross, by the way.
He was sweaty and gross.
He was real sweaty.
And he hadn't even wrestled.
Yeah, you see it all the time. He doesn't even move, and he sweats more than anyone I've ever seen in my life. Well, aside from Goldberg. Goldberg's probably the sweatiest guy I've ever seen in my life. Goldberg just starts to think, and he starts sweating.
Oh my god. That's just for him to get the match right.
So what is the most iconic WrestleMania moment for you guys?
Oh, Christ.
I have to go back, and I have to say Hogan slamming Andre. No, I take it back, dumbass. That's number 2. There's only one WrestleMania moment, and it's not just a WrestleMania moment. It's the most shocking moment in professional wrestling history, aside from Owen Hart, which we've discussed before.
Mhm.
And that's the end of the streak. I have never in my life watched, and listen, we're past the stage of kayfabe at this point, right? We're all smart marks now. All right. I was, I knew it was fake before you guys were born, but whatever. I was a little smarter to it than before you guys were. But honestly, like, I think I remember it, right? It's one of those moments, like, you remember where you were when it happened.
Oh, I can tell you everything about that moment right now.
Yeah.
In my buddy's let's talk about it, right? For me, in my buddy's basement, we're watching Mania, and it was like one of those things, right? Match wasn't fantastic, and we're like, listen, like, everyone knows Undertaker's gonna win this. So, like, we're kind of half paying attention to it. There's like 10 of us there, we're talking, and then it's like third F5, and like we kind of just started watching now. Well, I mean, we were watching a little bit, but when we heard third F5, I think everybody turned to the TV, but nobody actually thought he was going to lose. And when that referee counted 3, I'm telling you, the face of all the people in the crowd was the face of everybody in the room. We were like
So I'm not going to lie.
Holy shit, that just happened.
I'm not going to lie. When that moment happened, when that 3 happened, I was so, like, in a trance. Like, even Daniel Bryan victory at that moment was just like, it's great, but I still haven't shaken off the fact that Undertaker lost. Like, holy shit.
So, like, I had a bunch of people at my house. Anytime I did a pay-per-view, since moving to Texas, I always went above and beyond for no reason whatsoever, just more or less because I could. So I had a bunch of people over. The match was starting. I watched the intro, the entrances. I'm like, all right, cool, awesome. But I know Taker's going to win. I'm going to go grab this, whatever. And the way the house was set up is you could go outside, and there were big windows. I could still see the TV. So I'm outside talking to a couple people, because there's probably about 15 people in my house. And I see the F5 start, just like Chrome said. And I went, all right, we're getting close to the end. I want to go back in and watch the end of this match. And I'm standing in the corner of the setup of chairs, and that 3 hits, and like I've never felt such a wave of emotion.
How much did you cry? I know you cried like a little bitch. How much did you cry?
All right, so let me preface this with, it wasn't like a voluntary cry. I think it. I truly, don't get me wrong. I was very upset and very emotional about it. But I think it was just because I didn't blink. I didn't blink at all. So I think my eyes just watered for that reason. People had to like sit me down in a chair because I just stood there holding a plate of food and a drink, and I just stood there staring at the TV, going, "What?" So like I was numb to the rest of the show. Like, yeah, I was great. Daniel Bryan won. Awesome. I cheered. But in the back of my mind, I went, you bastards.
Now, to take that a step further, me and a couple of my friends, we were actually there for that moment. And when everything went 3 and you could hear a pin drop, it was so silent. Everybody was shocked. It was at the point you were just like, this really just happened? It was just did he like miss a count or something? But it was I think they still somewhat botched the moment a little bit because it really wasn't. It just seemed too jumbled up some, but I think that made it even better.
Well, nobody. So the story goes, right. The more times you hear it told, nobody knew. So the fact that no music plays right out the gate, that's not a botch. Yeah. But again, to Chrome's point, we were all smart marks at the time, and you're like, "Where's the music? Wait, they really fucked up. Wait, no, don't tell me this really happened."
Yeah,
because some asshole didn't kick out.
It was crazy. We went back to our Airbnb, and we're all just like, "What the hell just happened? What it made it even to this day now? You're just like, okay, so there's no one is really ever undefeated. I guess just
it was one of those moments. Like, you're right, Andy. It's like, did this happen by accident? However, it did change pretty quickly because the fact that they had the graphic queued up and ready to go told me, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
For a split second, I did say, oh, man, they're waiting on the music. And it was just, it was one of those things. And like you guys, I will say, though, like, it did break the tension, the scanning through the crowd. And my two favorites are obviously the one guy who's like, eyes are wide open. And the other one is the guy who's like wiping his face, like almost like wiping, like pulling his skin off his face because he was so upset. And I remember when that happened, we all just started cracking up laughing. We're like, look at these fucking people. that definitely broke the tension a little bit. But when it happened, I'm telling you, like you guys said, it was like, what? Did that happen?
Every time you hear the Superdome so dang quiet, we were just like, is this real or we?
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, it was.
All right. So before we go to greatest performer, let's pay a little bit of bills real quickly, right? Body Check Wellness is a line of products that promote wellness, balance, and recovery by using the full potential of hemp. They come in extracts, blends, and gummies, and topicals. Use promo code A2D for 20% off your order at bodycheckwellness.com. Dr. Paul Vidal at Specialized Physical Therapy. Check him out on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. He has 2 locations, Burlington and Cherry Hill, New Jersey. He's our doc. Make him yours. The Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. Many of us and our families deal with mental health and addiction issues. We're happy to support the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. If you need mental health therapy or addiction detox, please call 856-651-8117. This stuff is no joke. This is something we take very, very seriously. Don't wait. Call them today. And our new sponsor, EXP Realty, looking to buy or sell a home, looking for a change in career or brokerage, contact Alan Foy of EXP Realty at 302-682-8820 or visit him at alan.foy@exprealty.com. All right, gentlemen. Real quick, we're going to do greatest performer and overall WrestleMania because we still have a card to preview. And we're getting up there in time. So, greatest performers. Shawn Michaels, The Rock, Austin, Savage, Hogan, Orton, Taker, Andre, Cena, Bret Hart.
Oh, God. Knock that fucking last one off.
Thank Jeff for that one.
Boy, Bret had so many classic matches.
Oh, God. I at the end of the day, there's one guy they call Mr. WrestleMania. They call him that for a reason. And by the way, I would throw Charlotte's name on here as well.
I would too.
I would absolutely throw Charlotte's name on there. But that being said, without question for me, it's Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is Mr. WrestleMania. There's a reason he has that name. His matches have stood the test of time. They are ageless and timeless. There's nobody else in the history of WrestleMania, in my opinion. The only other one you could put on there is Hogan because of how iconic he was for the first 9 Manias to build up the brand.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, he main evented essentially the first 9 WrestleManias, and that's a big deal. But without question, it's Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels made WrestleMania must see in terms of the product in ring.
Correct. No, I agree. I got to go Shawn Michaels.
Same.
Hands down.
Maddie?
I mean, it's hard to argue against Shawn, only because even if you can look at some of the matches that are like, I guess you could call them duds. They're not even. So it's one of those things of even the weakest match that you could pull out of Sean's catalog at WrestleMania is one that you could throw on a card and it'd be 4 or 5 stars.
I thought you were gonna give me like a Mongo or something like that.
No.
Wow.
Well, that would have been if he was in the ring with him.
Nice
Thanks
job,
for that update,
Ralphie.
Ralph. Appreciate that.
You know what? I have to say though,
Okay.
Maddie. So Maddie, you're picking Elijah Burke, right?
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, the Pope.
Stay tuned. We may be having the Pope on this show one day.
Oh God.
Really? Ooh, that's actually gonna be interesting.
Just saying.
All right, gentlemen. Overall WrestleMania. Why is it WrestleMania 17?
It's not.
It was a joke. Okay, shut up.
But we've already talked about how bad your sarcasm is. We need to work on that.
That way he has to get girls. What else we can work on that? Something.
Oh, there it is. Now he can't come back without your help.
Exactly.
No. Hold on. There we are. Ah, God damn it! He brought it back. That will keep going. There we go.
Get these, bro, right here.
but we've got WrestleMania 20, WrestleMania 18, 31, 21, 17, 19, 30, and 28.
18 is a good one too.
18 is a very good one. I think people forget about 18 a lot. They only remember Hogan and The Rock and don't think about anything else.
That's you.
Go ahead, Maddie.
I was gonna say mine would be 19, only because I really love that card. That card is, even though Undertaker's match was that handicap match with A-Train and Big Show, at least Nathan Jones wasn't in it. I'm gonna say at least they saved it with that, but. A lot of the matches are just amazing. Shawn and Chris Jericho, that matchup was tremendous. You had the 30 years in the making with Hogan and Vince, the end of the Rock Austin trilogy, and then the main event. You had Lesnar versus Angle. 3 matches right there in a row. Could have main evented 3 different WrestleManias.
And it was also John Cena's first WrestleMania. He has that promo on the stage. Right?
Well, true. He challenged Eminem, I think, to a rap battle, and Eminem no-showed him.
Yeah, exactly.
Jerk off.
But you had so much from this show, from start to finish, like you all have said. It's such a good show.
Yeah, I mean, I would throw 31 into that conversation as well when you talk about iconic moments like Daniel Bryan winning his last singles title for, a handful of years. Oh, God, the Easter Bunny is in my room. That's good for you, Ralphie.
Ralph,
just give him a Stone Cold Stunner. I love it, Ralph. I
don't. What was in that mayonnaise?
Anyway, I have no idea. I have to say, you look at the iconic moments. The probably, in my opinion, even though, no disrespect to the Evan Bourne one, the most iconic RKO to me was WrestleMania with Seth.
Yeah.
I was at this Mania, and to be there for the NWO DX moment with Sting in his first and only WrestleMania match, iconic moments like you said, where we had the awesome entrance of Triple H and
Rusev on a tank.
Rusev on a tank.
Yep.
I mean, the Intercontinental ladder match was really fantastic. And again, you go back and you look at the main event, Seth Rollins for the first time ever cashing in Money in the Bank to close out the show.
And knowing that moment is now a huge gif. So with them having the title swinging over his head, that's.
And by the way, we got a little thing where it was Triple H and Stephanie being confronted by Dwayne and Ronda.
And Ronda. So you're setting up a match that they try to pull with somebody else. Yeah, it's just crazy.
A lot of really good stuff from it. I would definitely throw that into the conversation for sure.
That's a moment too that we should show some love on. Ronda's first match, but Kurt Angle's first match back
Yeah,
at WrestleMania.
Yes.
at 34. Yeah.
34, yeah.
I was
All
at
right,
that
so
meeting too.
So was I. What are we picking?
You were there in New Orleans?
Yeah. Remember? Because I still, to this day, think you are a phenomenal douchebag for meeting all of these wrestlers on Bourbon Street and never once reaching out to me and saying, hey, you should come out.
Oh.
Oh, man, that was the greatest night of my life.
Yeah, so please go back to the phrase where I say you are a phenomenal douchebag.
Me and LA Knight, me and, what's his name? Cameron Grimes doing shots together.
What the hell?
Dude lives the gimmick, by the way. The hair was hanging out and everything off the. Oh,
Man,
dude,
taco
phenomenal.
meat, and they're all going. Good Lord.
It was great. It was a great night. The Hurricane, I did a shot with the Hurricane.
So are we saying WrestleMania 19 or WrestleMania 31?
17 should be in that conversation. I just wanted to give a couple alternatives. So let's go around the horn. Let's everybody vote. Is it fair to say that those are the three?
I would think so.
Yes.
X7, 31, and 19?
Yeah.
And yep, and 8.
And 8. Okay, there. Well, what about 9? No love for 9?
It's pretty great.
My man, yes. Yes.
Oh, you crumbs.
What?
You lost a lot of points with me there, Cam. Damn it.
And
I've
this
been
is
defending you a lot.
Hold on. Look, please.
He's also a Dodgers fan, too.
Oh, man. You're like the worst kind of LA fan. Come on.
Oh,
I like
no.
the Kings as well, so kiss it. Deal with it. Deal with it.
So we're going with those. Yeah. So we're going with 17, 19, and 31, I think would be the top three.
Yeah.
Who you got?
I got to go 31.
31?
31. Don't get me wrong. I think 19 is a great card start to finish, right? If you're going to sit down and really watch a WrestleMania, that is definitely one to put on your list. But I think you're pulling so much more from 31 than you are the others.
Fair enough.
Maddie?
I'm sticking with 19. I think it was a perfect definition of that era. You know what I mean? Cam is bringing
Listen,
he's gonna bring. You're bringing
jersey,
so
right?
much heat down on
Yeah,
yourself
it's a
right
Kobe
now.
jersey.
Oh my god!
And then,
I'm
I want all the smoke. I want all the smoke.
No, you didn't know. First of all, you copped out because you wore a Kobe jersey. Okay,
Yeah,
that's a
but
cop out because nobody
but hold on.
disrespects a Kobe jersey. You don't have to be. I could wipe my ass with every Lakers jersey imaginable, but I would never do it with a Kobe jersey because it commands
I
respect.
have a bad Kobe joke. I think Ritz. I think I showed you one night. We're not going
Now,
around.
I will give Cam a lot of credit. He wore that to the crawfish boil last weekend.
Yes.
And if you've ever eaten crawfish, it's a messy thing.
They're
right?
messy, yeah.
That man
And there's
didn't get
nothing on-
a single
Wow.
stain on that shirt.
That's
Damn,
impressive.
massive. Yeah.
No, it's like the head right. It happens. I'm kidding. But I'm kidding.
Oh, Ralphie's pumped. We're talking crawfish.
No, we're talking Lakers.
Lakers, come on now.
Lakers
Oh.
and crawfish.
Yeah, I mean,
Crawfish
could it
and
be a
crawfish.
combined?
I don't think Ralphie would ever eat crawfish. It's too much work for him.
Actually, if you do a basketball show, that has to be the name, Lakers and Crawfish now. It officially has to be the title.
No. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this now. This week on A2D Gaming, we're gonna be we're talking about if I do a basketball show, what's the real name of it? We're gonna talk about that this week.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You guys gotta make sure you're checking out A2D Gaming. Good stuff.
Damn it.
So that
Yeah.
means one of two things. Either Brodo's really annoyed or he's going to go make that Lakers and Crawfish graphic. That's one of the things.
No.
That's some bullshit.
All right, so what is it, guys?
Cam,
I
who you
say-
got? We're going 17, 19, or 31.
31.
These gentlemen. Oh, all right. 231. I actually would have gone 17, even though I said, hold on, let's not assume that 17 is the greatest of all time. It's tough for me, though. I think 31 doesn't get the respect that it should get. You know, people talk about it, but to me, it's a top 3 Mania of all time.
Absolutely.
By far.
But I will go, I'll go 17, but 31 gets the W.
Yeah, 100%.
Hey, that's perfectly fine, man. I mean, any one of these three could have won. You know,
I agree.
So
No, I
it's
absolutely
perfectly
agree.
fine, you know.
All right, boys. The moment we've all waited for. We've been here 2 hours. We might as well start doing it now. WrestleMania is now 6 days away because we're in another day on all time zones. By the way, happy Easter, guys.
Happy Easter.
Never mind. Yeah.
Shut up.
Happy Passover, Ritz.
Thank you.
Yes, happy Passover.
Thank you very much. Let's do.
Hopefully, the Passover bunny brings you a Bad Bunny shirt.
I knew that was coming. In my core, I knew it was coming. All right, so on night one, we have Cesaro versus Seth Rollins.
Yeah, this could be a show stealer.
Yes.
I personally, I'm hoping that this is the moment that we've been waiting for, and this is the moment that Cesaro hits that next level. And I do believe this is completely set up, and kudos to Seth to push Cesaro to that next level. So I got Cesaro winning this match.
Maddie?
Cesaro for me, I think, like, we've been seeing the signs of them getting Cesaro into that position, and I think that you know what, it's well overdue. You know, I mean, he's done great in the tag team world, but you know he can do more. It's about time we start seeing those steps being taken.
Yep. I feel the same way with that. I just think it's long overdue. I feel like it's finally time to let's get him to the next level.
I mean, that shitty battle royal was 7 years ago at this point.
Yes, sadly.
It is Cesaro's time, 100%. And Daniel agrees. Cesaro needs to
Agreed,
be
Daniel.
Truly.
Yes.
Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon inside a steel cage.
Great. So, jumping off another type of structure, him busting his sister up there and the crowd doing the holy shit chant for 35 seconds.
Yeah. Can we put this down as the uninteresting award of WrestleMania? Like,
No, because any Shane match is always interesting. You can't.
It is.
You definitely can't do that.
all right. I'll give you that
He
one.
just
Even if
throws
it's a
the
weaker
worst
match.
punches
All
in the
right.
business.
You're right. All right.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
I think Shane ends up winning this one.
Listen. So one guy attacks an official and gets suspended. He comes back and he's like, "Oh, you guys are picking on me because I attacked the official and got suspended."
No shit.
So then the other one comes back and he calls him stupid. And
Sick
now we
burn.
have a blood feud over somebody getting told in the playground at recess that you were stupid. This is WrestleMania, guys. This is a WrestleMania build, which didn't happen a week or two beforehand.
Which
This is on time to build.
Which I gotta say though,
build.
I gotta say, if that's the case, then I'm fighting everybody I work with.
We literally
and Cam.
Yes. Go ahead.
I mean, at this rate, guys, I think all of us at some point in our lives could have basically set ourselves up for a WrestleMania match. Then so this is what it takes.
If all that it took, man. Oh.
Literally, we have a WrestleMania blood feud because somebody called somebody stupid.
Okay, so I correct myself. It's not the uninteresting award. It's the sick burn bra award for the fucking WrestleMania card.
Yeah. Check.
Just give me an answer, guys. So we can
I mean,
go
Braun
on.
Strowman wins this, obviously, but literally, we have a match because somebody called someone stupid after they beat up an official.
Okay, so but Braun should win this match. I'm going to put it in the should category because Shane wins matches at WrestleMania. I mean, he beat Miz a couple years back, so I'm thinking like, okay,
Forget about that.
maybe
But he doesn't win matches at Mania though. He's only beaten Vince and Miz. He loses every match at Mania.
He does,
but he has the big moments.
Yes, you are correct. Yeah. So I don't know. Ever since ever since he beat Miz, though, I've been off. I've been very, very off with Shane. Like, I don't know. Like, is he gonna go over? Is he not gonna go over? Because
I lied. He did win the tag team match with Daniel Bryan. So
Yes.
But I'll stick. I will go with Braun. I'm real worried. I might be wrong in that choice. Like, for a lot of reasons, I'll be worried.
if Braun Strowman loses this match to Shane because he called him stupid,
Will you FaceTime me when this? Please just FaceTime me. I don't ask for a damn thing. I know we'll be on the air that night, but I want your live reaction. FaceTime me, please.
this might be one where we do like a thing here and just record that one match of live reaction.
Oh my god.
Stupid. So if he loses a match because he's called stupid at WrestleMania, his career is over. Let's be real. Never a main eventer again. Because you got disrespected, you got called stupid, and then you got proven to be stupid, okay?
Exactly.
All right. Cam?
Yep. I had LeBron, man. Because just they shouldn't even be having this match, like he said. But man, Braun.
Cam's just like Braun because what he said.
Literally, he hit everything on the head. That's one of the most dumbest matches I've ever seen in WrestleMania history. Sorry.
And I'll bet it'll be a phenomenal match, though.
Really? This? Yeah.
It's going to be one of the best matches.
It'd be the match of night one.
The New Day will defend their Raw Tag Team titles. I see the disappointment on Crow's face already. Like, this is why I laughed. I can't look at him. The New Day defends the Raw Tag Team titles against AJ Styles and that big sumbitch Omos.
That's a big motherfucker, dog.
Oh man, if we're still in the Attitude Era, that'd be his nickname. But anyway.
Best thing to come out of the underground, whatever that dog shit was Amos, by the way.
My God, did you hate that so much? But every week you'd be like, but that big guy at the door, yeah.
Oh, he's the best.
That guy's gonna be something. And son of a bitch.
And look at him now. He's debuting at WrestleMania.
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
Yeah, so I agree with what Daniel's actually saying here.
The match. Yep. Yep.
Although you know what? No, I don't agree with you, Daniel. I'm sorry. They're not ready to break up Amos yet. Okay, Amos is gonna. They're buddies. This is the new two dudes with attitudes, right? This is the new one. But we're not quite there yet. They have to be buddies first. And what the two dudes with attitudes do? They won the tag titles together.
I'm with Maddie. Maddie, I think we might be on the same wavelength. I don't know. This is like Schwarzenegger and DeVito.
Yep.
It's like Schwarzenegger and DeVito.
But also implying that two dudes with attitude, one has to have the personality of the attitude.
No, he don't. He's just a 7-foot Batman. That's all he is.
But I mean, come on. At least Nash. At least we know he was. At least we know he could at least say something on a microphone badly. Like we don't even know that with almost.
He has been a ninja.
That's true.
So let's not forget that he's also been a ninja, guys.
You're right. You're winning me back on that one. You're right. And the ninja thing, that's winning me back.
So I think AJ and Omos win it.
I do too, because the tag title is the one thing AJ hasn't done yet.
Right.
Yeah, and I don't think they want to break these guys up.
No.
I mean, if fucking Fandango can beat Chris Jericho in the opening match at WrestleMania,
Yes.
Omos can beat the New Day, okay?
How the fuck is that not the winner of the best opening match of all time? God damn it!
Well, probably because it's Fandango versus Chris Jericho, but
May have something.
But the next night, everybody was fandangoing.
It's fun.
I left that WrestleMania, and there was two things I was doing. I was fandangoing, and I was doing the Emma. When Emma was, that was the Emma.
Oh my god! Yeah.
We went into McDonald's for like a quick lunch before Mania, and we were waiting for our food, and we started doing the Emma, and the McDonald's was packed, and all these people started doing the Emma, and then started doing the Fandango in the middle of McDonald's.
Oh, nobody videotaped that?
That's
No one got that on video?
No.
Oh, damn, that was a perfect
I wish we
moment
did.
to do it.
All right, the next one, Bad Bunny versus The Miz.
Oh, it's gonna be Bad Bunny.
Of
Bad
course
Bunny.
it's going to be Bad Bunny.
All right, and I'm so excited for this match. Like, you have no idea how excited I am.
Just for Ritz alone, I'm excited for this one.
I can't
Now-
wait.
Did I do free shipping win on that shirt?
Oh, all jokes aside, right? All jokes aside about Bad Bunny and everything like that. I have, and this is not new, I've heard he spent a lot of time at the Performance Center. I really do think this guy is going to blow expectations.
Well,
Right.
Andy's better than that damn botch he did. Come on now.
Is he gonna blow expectations, or is he gonna blow them out of the water?
Blow them out of the water.
Okay, because I mean, if you say he's gonna blow expectations, it means he's gonna do terrible. He's gonna drop.
I've had just as long a week as you've had, okay? I get a pass, okay?
I'm trying to make sure that your point comes across the proper way. I'm
Yes.
looking out for you.
I think he's going to – I don't think he's going
I'm
to be
the
anywhere
Amos
near –
to your AJ, except you're definitely not AJ. But
Wait a minute. So hold on. Actually, I got a better one. I got a better one.
Nope.
So wait a minute. Wait,
it's more like I'm the what's his name? What's that dude's name? I'm the Reginald to your Nia Jax.
There you go. That one's perfect, actually.
Yeah.
I know where you live.
I'm out.
I know where you live. Okay?
Oh my god.
But anyway, I don't think he's going to be anywhere near what Pat McAfee was, but I think he's going to do really good.
Oh, Pat McAfee.
See, I respect this guy, and this is the thing, right? People want to dump on it. He's not conventional. He doesn't look like, because he's got the twist. He's like, it's one of those things, right, where people judge somebody, and immediately it's like Arn Anderson, right? Shut the fuck up, Arn, you old fuck, okay? Because he's sitting here. How is he going to sit there and say, well, these guys come in and they're not even fans, and then they come out here and it's this and that's a cash grab, this and that. It's like, motherfucker, look at the people you guys have had step in there. Look at the fucking celebrities you guys have brought in, okay? But meanwhile, this dude's an actual fan who's been a fan his entire life, who's always wanted the opportunity, who's putting the work in, who took the title on Saturday Night Live and branded the company on SNL.
Yep.
Shut the fuck up, Arn. Shut your fucking old mouth.
That was a push for
And I like Arn, but shut the fuck up.
I mean, to piggyback off that's like, I mean, LT, had a good match with Bam Bam. We talked about that earlier.
But he wasn't a fan, so he's not, it's not a good thing to have him on. Shut the fuck up, Arn.
That kind of wrong with the whole fan getting into the thing, but
Anyway, so we're all in agreement that Bad Bunny wins.
Yes. And Andy,
Yes.
you better wear that fucking shirt.
Kiss my ass.
I'm ordering it. Hey,
Say it one time for me, Andy. I'm a Bad Bunny.
No. Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship.
I hate this.
Yeah.
I hate it for so many reasons. It's gonna be a great match.
Right.
I don't doubt that. Their matches and Impact were phenomenal, so I don't doubt that. My problem is I'm over the Drew thing right now. I'm over the we think we might have fans, so let's drop the title now and then we'll put it back on them multiple times.
Yes.
And I also believe that Bobby Lashley deserves a run. And that Drew will have plenty of time. And you know, it's cheap heat because Lashley is getting cheered, but so how do we get him to get booed, right? We're going to put the worst heel in the company with him, and not the worst for any good reasons, which is Baron Corbin, because we know people will then boo him.
Right.
We're going to ditch the Hurt business that everybody. It just seems very cheap.
That was, yeah, I'm pissed at that. I'm still very heated at that, but
Bobby deserves a long run, like at least to SummerSlam, and I don't like this at all.
He's the victim here. You know, if anyone's a victim this year for Mania, it's Bobby Lashley. He's the one who got fucked here, big time.
I agree.
Yeah, and obviously my pick, it's going to be Drew. I mean, I think it's a safe bet that it winds up being Drew.
Me too, unfortunately.
But with how WWE has been in trying to throw all these curveballs and stuff, don't be surprised if Lashley keeps the title.
I hope so, Cam.
I hope he keeps the title.
If he does, then you know what? I actually got to give him credit. Like, I would applaud them for that.
But also with Vince and his screw jobs of people. Yeah, so I'll say Drew, sadly.
See, I gotta take the opposite route here. I still think Bobby comes out with the title.
I hope.
You know, I've got to have a little bit of faith that we're not going to completely fuck it up. The saving grace is it's not ending the show, so if they do fuck it up, we do have.
But that's why I don't think that Drew is going to win the title.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I guess I kind of just switched there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm still going to stick with Drew just because WWE has to prove to me that they're not going to do what they normally do and turn Drew into the new Roman. And we have to have the crowd thing. And then, God forbid, if he gets booed out of the building going against Bobby, he'll never recover from that.
No, he won't. Not at all. All right, to cap off night one, Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Cam, start us off.
I feel like this is gonna be a passing of the torch. I think it's time to put the belt on Bianca and let's let it ride.
All right, Maddie.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I mean, she won the Rumble. She's gotten this run. They put her in the, face v face rivalry build up between her and Sasha, and I don't think it's been bad. I think it's had some moments here and there. It could have been better, but I don't think it was all that bad. I do expect a good match out of the two of them. I think Bianca goes over, and I think it would be very well deserved. And I hope she gets a good run with it. I really do. I really hope she gets a really good run with it.
Chrome?
Yeah, this is actually one of the matches I'm looking most forward to. Kind of seen since it was being set up. And much like myself, being the EST of A2D Wrestling, I think the EST of WWE comes out on top and gets that dub.
Look here, asshole. Okay.
Is that how they talk over there on Velocity?
Oh, cute. We're just gonna take shots all night between you and Chuckle Fuck up here. Okay.
Well, listen, man. Super Astros is a very prestigious show.
Hey, look here, control freak. You sit there, shut up, and play with the Teen Titans. Ain't nobody wants you to talk right now.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about right now.
Well, yeah, because you were born 15 years too late.
15 years too late or 15 years too early, you dumb fuck.
Doesn't matter, ass wipe.
Wow, you're real good with math too, buddy.
I never claimed to be.
But sure. Never mind.
Bro, if you're going to crush me, man, if you're going to try to come at me, get your fucking math right.
Why?
Ritz, though. Okay, listen, Ritz, though. You do sell cars to people, so I think you might want to know numbers.
No, I don't. I don't need to. I have someone else for that. I just need to be able to read. All I need to do is read.
And Maddie, I love you, buddy, but you can't go after the guy when you thought 26 came after 27.
That's a good point. You're right. Listen, though. Hey,
I'm still going to take my shots for us, though, so we're good. When I take one, it's coming from you, Joe.
Wow.
All right, fine.
I love you guys.
I love you too. Anyway, I think Bianca definitely wins this match here. This is
everything's set up for her.
Yeah, everything will fall into place, and she definitely is going to win this match.
I mean, they gave her the moment last year at the Rumble. They gave her obviously the win this year at the Rumble.
Yep.
I think it took them a little bit to get their footing behind her after Mania last year. But I'm really happy to see it because I think they need fresh faces, and she's phenomenal.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Very good. All right, let's do night 2. For the WWE United States Championship, Riddle versus Sheamus. I kind of couldn't care less one way or the other.
I don't care because Riddle's having to me, Riddle's having a really, really lackluster run with this.
Riddle's just falling off for me.
Yeah.
I love Matt Riddle, but I hate I just hate the goofiness of him and what they're doing with it.
That's what's kind of killed it for me.
It's too much. It's too much.
So I'll say Sheamus.
I still think it's Riddle. I have to say though, and I know I dropped the video to you earlier, Andy. You know, when you look at that video of Sheamus after Fastlane, and you know it sucks for Sheamus because he never has bad matches, but they made his character just not compelling, and it's kind of the situation, right? Like, you know, there's a video, if anybody hasn't seen it, you can find it online, right? Where it's after and they're behind the scenes of Fastlane and he's hugging Cesaro and he starts crying because he had this phenomenal match. They beat the hell out of each other. And then he says, though, in like a separate clip where he says, you know, it's disappointing because that should have been the main event for WrestleMania. And I can't disagree with him, or at least like, if they're not going to do a title match, like I don't think Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre had to happen.
No, I don't think
so either. Another route. You could have did that match with Sheamus and Drew. Could have did that now. You could have saved Drew winning the title back for SummerSlam.
Considering you have more fans too, so yeah.
I completely agree. I don't think it should happen.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm gonna go with Matt Riddle because that's supposed to be what he's supposed to be called, Matt Riddle, not just Riddle. Fuck you, Vince.
Agreed.
I just don't think they're ready to give up on him yet. I think when they find out that he's got nothing going, there's no traction to it, they'll take the belt off of him then, but not yet.
Yeah,
I mean, Sheamus isn't very compelling.
No, he's not. I mean,
sadly.
I could book it to where Sheamus wins, and then, you know, they continue the Drew Sheamus thing, and, you know, for the title, and Drew gets the U.S. title or some cockamamie bullshit like that. But I don't care. I really, truthfully don't care about it. This is the one match on the card. No, I take that back. There's another one coming up. There's one match. This is the one match on the card I don't care for.
You didn't say Bad Bunny, though. Say it for me. I'm a bad bunny.
No.
You know he's got all his albums and shit just saved on his iTunes and stuff like that.
I can't even understand the guy.
You don't have to understand it. It doesn't matter. You just gotta feel it, man.
He wouldn't know half that shit. So no. Give him Backstreet Boys, yeah, he got it. But other than that,
hey, All right. You want to play, Hootie? Let's play.
We can play. Come on.
Okay. All right. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Oh, God damn it. With Logan Paul. The match is great. And then you add in this. Oh, God.
Douchebag.
Logan Paul. Garbage. Oh, my God.
It's horrendous bullshit.
Well, I mean,
oh my goodness.
we were already getting tired of Sammy's shtick anyway, so now we're just adding in Logan Paul just to send it home.
For me,
put the final finishing nails into that sucker.
Yeah, like, fuck.
I hate Castro Zane in the worst way. That being said, though, right? I was looking at this, and it's like it's literally like you and your best friend having a WrestleMania match together, right? Like you guys have done it everywhere in fucking gyms with 12 people in there to WrestleMania, right? Like, I don't care if it's the shitty. I don't care if they do call each other stupid. I would look at this and be like, "Oh, this is a great match. I'm excited, right?
I'm excited for the match, right?
Sells itself. But oh man,
don't add in the fuck card.
What do we need him for? And actually, I'll say this: his contribution on SmackDown. He seemed very comfortable talking, and he wasn't bad. But that being said, why do we need him at WrestleMania?
I don't know. Maybe they appeal to kids because kids like Logan Paul. I don't freaking know, man.
I want you to show me a kid that likes Logan Paul. I'm gonna beat that kid with a textbook.
With a textbook.
Wow.
Yeah, hopefully for your sake, it's a math textbook.
Maybe. I'm gonna borrow Maddie's.
There you go.
I'm not using it, obviously, so, you can borrow it.
That's my point. Oh, God. I really don't. I already ranted about this match. I don't want to rant again. All right, hold on.
It's got to be Kevin Owens.
Yeah, it's got to be Kevin Owens.
Yep.
All right.
I don't think we're not gonna argue on that one.
This is one of those.
This
is one of those moments where, Chrome, I really hate you for making me host all night because I have to say this match again. For the WWE Intercontinental Championship, Big E will defend his title against Apollo Crews in a goddamn Nigerian drum fight.
Oh my God.
Like, it's bad when Wikipedia doesn't have an answer for me. What is a Nigerian drum fight?
I'm going to Google it and see if I can find it.
What dumbass in the fucking writing team came up with that fucking winner right there? Or was that just Vince?
No, Jesus. It was the same guy that gave me a dog food match.
Oh, no, not those. Oh, God, that's PTSD right there for that shit.
Do you forget that we've had Punjabi prison matches?
But I probably the same jackass who came up with that one, too. Yeah.
That's a glorified cage match. I'll at least watch a Punjabi prison match.
Not live, you won't.
No, not live. Fuck you.
Oh, trust me. Chrome and me know exactly what that pain's like. Oh, Jesus.
I need to bring this up. So I Googled Nigerian drum fight. Hold up. I need to share my screen.
I Googled what is a Nigerian drum fight, and there's so many websites that ask the question, what is a Nigerian drum fight?
And they're all around Apollo Crews.
Boy. Yikes.
The only thing that comes up is the shit from WWE, so you know that this isn't a good start. We're not finding shit. Oh, my God. This should be what Sammy's fucking documentary is on, not the conspiracy theory. What the fuck is a Nigerian drum fight? Jesus.
There's a part of me that wants to say that Apollo wins, but I don't fucking know how.
Never mind. I'll do it. Not gonna do it. But this fight just just a dumpster fire. I can't even say who's gonna win it because I don't give a damn. Sadly, I don't care.
Look at Daniel. Daniel's comment. Why does Apollo have an accent now and get a rematch after he loses at Fastlane? Oh my God!
Well, he's also lost to Big E at least 4, maybe 5 times already.
And got his ass handed to him backstage.
And if that's the case that Big E loses, this is Larry's worst try to do a singles run with him ever.
Oh no!
right,
Actually,
so-
you might be onto something. Jesus.
Say it. You squandered a big opportunity with him. Just saying it.
Crow,
Nobody
who
knows
you
what
got
a
winning?
Nigerian drum fight is. How do you pick a? I don't know. The fucking
Okay,
the
at least
fans. The fans are gonna win this time around because we're gonna get a wonderful experience. The WWE
Wait,
Universe.
wait,
will win.
wait. I know what's gonna happen.
Oh my
It's
God.
gonna be not only is it gonna be the return of fans at WrestleMania, but it's gonna be the return of Beach Ball Mania.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, it
no.
Beach Ball Mania is back, baby.
No. Is that going to be followed by an announcement that the World Bodybuilding Federation's coming back too? Oh my God.
Hey, Ritz, you know what make that match even worse? Because you get a random R-Truth sighting at every WrestleMania.
Oh no. I know where you're going with that. Oh no.
The worst part is me and my boy D. Y'all can check him out as well on A2D Gaming. But so we actually met R-Truth once. Ended up blocking us on Twitter like the next day after we shouted him out.
Oh my God.
That is a true story, Rich.
I mean, I got JBL blocked me on Cinco de Mayo a few years back.
I don't think you're missing much though. But no, yeah, I just realized something. You know what's gonna happen? Oh my God, if R-Truth comes out, oh my God, if R-Truth comes out in like some fucking Shaka Zulu fucking get up, oh my God, because he wore a fucking Confederate general's outfit. Oh no. I just realized that is a real possibility, ladies and gentlemen. We are really in that kind of dangerous territory here. We really are.
Stop. We all know what's gonna happen, and this is not to be funny because I truly think WWE would do it, right?
Yeah.
R-Truth is gonna walk up to Apollo Crews and ask him how the Avengers are. I mean, it's the nicest way I can put that.
Oh my God!
But Crow puts his head in his hand because he knows that's a very good possibility.
Knowing them, yes. So Andy, if that happens, bro, you need to go to Vegas again, and just get everything.
You mean never mind.
To update too,
God.
I was unable to find what a Nigerian drum fight is.
You were still trying. I gave up already.
There's lots of speculation. Clearly, there's going to be no disqualifications, and in some way, shape, or form, you're going to be able to inflict a beating so bad that it's supposed to. What was the quote they used?
Oh no! Oh God! No! Oh God! No! Oh God! No!
Hold on.
Don't do it! Yes.
It's a chance to inflict a beating so loud it sounds like a drum.
I quit.
You make that in Nigeria.
I'm done.
What the flying fucking what? Okay, all right. I will give it this one. I will give it one brownie point if Biggie pulls out a pancake and smashes it over a drum. I will let you have one brownie point on that one.
Just grab the pancake and slap Apollo with the pancake.
I'm actually really
That'll be
excited.
when the match
The
gets
more we
called
talk
when he
about
gets
it, the
him
more
back.
excited I am for this match.
Because you enjoy train wrecks.
Oh, trust me, I think we could all concur it's going to be one of those. Oh boy.
Listen, this might end up being the match of WrestleMania, and you guys don't even know.
Fuck
Do
off.
you remember last year when we sat there and we were like, "What the fuck is a what is a boneyard match?"
Well, yeah,
Just
but
became one of the most iconic WrestleMania segments moments / matches of all time. Maybe the Nigerian drum fight will become the same thing. Let's not write it off yet.
all right. We won't write it off. We will have an open
You and
mind.
I are gonna.
We will approach
You and
this
I are
match.
gonna watch that match together next week.
Yeah, I'm in.
All right. So all collectively together, we will open mind for this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So all right. So I think Apollo's going to win. What do you think,
I think Apollo's going to win.
Cam,
Apollo.
Maddie?
Go Apollo.
Shut up, Maddie.
At least it's not Black History Month when they do this match, because that'd be even worse. It would be even worse.
True.
Good Lord.
Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton.
Part 3. Yeah. Shit.
You don't bring Bray Wyatt back to lose this match.
Agreed.
No.
$1,000,000% agreed.
I mean, I don't know how they're going to top it after he was set on fire, but okay.
So does he ever go back to the other Fiend look, or are we going to have like half Pizza Man, half regular Fiend all the
Pizza
time?
Man.
I don't know, man.
Should we call him Freddy Krueger Fiend?
I hate this. I hate this.
My only saving grace to this is that he beats Randy and Alexa does some weird voodoo enchantress bullshit that she takes the soul lifeblood of Randy Orton and uses it to heal the Fiend as if he is some sacrificial lamb. This is literally written like a comic book story.
I just want to get RKO. That's all I want.
What if she takes his soul and she becomes Randy Orton by spirit and she starts RKOing bitches?
Okay.
You know what? I actually wouldn't mind that, honestly. Let's take that a step further. What if they gave her the contacts too, and she had like snake eyes at the same time? You could get away with that with this character.
Writes itself, guys. Writes itself.
But literally, this can go anywhere. But I think Bray wins this match, to Chrome's point, right?
Yeah.
You don't bring this man back.
I just want to know who's getting that iconic RKO. Because every WrestleMania, there's one of them.
I'm really scared to know what he means there.
Enchantress?
Anytime Brodo gets involved, it scares me just a little.
Chill out, dude.
So, Asuka versus Rhea Ripley for the Raw Women's Championship.
Oh, it's Rhea.
Rhea. This is the moment that Rhea has earned.
Now, does Charlotte get added to this match?
Yeah.
No, not a chance.
Well, then Charlotte wins.
Oh my God.
Is she back? Is she back from COVID this week?
She should be.
I could see her getting added to this match.
I'll be pissed.
Oh, if she does, then I think Charlotte wins this.
I'll be a different kind of pissed off.
I don't think that she'll win. I think that Asuka will take the pin, and that will allow you to roll back into Charlotte and Rhea.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. I don't hate it, but I don't want another triple threat match.
But where else are you going to put Charlotte on the card?
Does she need to be on the card?
Yes, it's WrestleMania. Charlotte has to be on the card.
She is the big female name, so I mean it would be kind of stupid not to put her on.
They will never put her in that battle royal.
Oh no, fuck no.
And if that would be a waste.
Yeah.
But so Rhea for me, Chrome, Rhea, Maddie.
I'll go Rhea.
Cam.
Rhea.
All right. So to close out WrestleMania, the triple threat match between Roman Reigns, Edge, and Daniel Bryan for the WWE Universal Championship. Chrome, start us off.
Roman Reigns will win this match. I think Bryan was added to take the pin and to save, obviously, to protect Edge right now, who I think that program will continue with Roman. I don't love the way this has been built. It seems a little sloppy. Didn't seem like that was necessary. Honestly, I liked the original idea that they had. I would love to have seen one matchup one night and then the winner faces another person the next night.
Yep.
And I love Roman. I like heel Roman, but there's a lot of it that makes my head hurt. We have Daniel Bryan fighting in a match immediately after an Elimination Chamber match, but Roman says, I'm not, you get me one night. Shut the fuck up, Roman. No, you don't. We get you whenever we want you. You took a lot of time off for COVID. You got to make up for it.
Damn.
Damn.
Right.
No, I'm kidding. I love them, but I actually would have liked if they did one match one night and one match the next night.
Mhm.
That being said, I do think this is going to be a really, really good match. Hopefully, no referee fuck ups this time. No handcuffs are involved. That'd be a problem.
That
And,
fat-fingered bastard.
Damn. Yeah.
But I think this is set for Roman to continue his run.
I do. I agree. Cam?
He hit everything on the head. I feel like Daniel Bryan is just there to take
I do
the
that a lot,
pinfall, and then and then we'll see that. So, Roman.
Maddie?
Yeah, it's Roman. I mean, it's, you know, I mean, I would have loved to have seen, and I love Edge. I'm happy he won the Rumble. I really would have liked to have seen Roman beat Edge at some point, you know, because I think that would have done a lot for his heel run. But you know what? If he's going to retain his title in this fashion, I'm fine with it, because right now what he's doing, I'd keep the title on him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, those are all very excellent points. I think Roman does retain the title here. I think Bryan does take the pinfall. And to Daniel's comment, I have heard those rumors as well that it could be his last WrestleMania. That being said, though, if Daniel Bryan does win the title, we talked about it last week on In This Very Ring, it is the only WWE title that he has never held.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's the only thing he's got working for him in this regard. If this is his last WrestleMania, right, then it makes sense for them to do it. Not going to like it, but I could definitely see it happening. That being said, Edge does not win this match. It's either going to be Roman or Bryan, and Bryan more so just to unlock the last achievement before you trade your Xbox in.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Roman. I'm pretty sure Edge is going to take time off again after this. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, boys. That's WrestleMania. Holy hell.
Yeah.
long
What
show.
This might be, aside from when we did the two mock draft shows I was on, this might be the longest show I think I've ever done.
Wow.
It certainly comes close to the latest I've ever been on. Because
This is 100% the latest I've ever been on.
well, I think it was either early this week or last week. I did a show with a reaction show with Dad and Ryan, and we did about the same time. I think we got off around 1:40 a.m. Eastern time. So this is it's a couple minutes later than that.
Damn. But, guys, hell of a show. We had our WrestleMania Awards. Just to quickly recap it, the best entrance was HBK at WrestleMania 12. Limp Bizkit at 19 for The Undertaker was the best musical performance entrance. Mike Tyson at 14 is the best celebrity appearance. Brett and Owen at WrestleMania 10 is your best opening match. We're going to have some content go out between the In This Very Ring and Lazy Booking page to determine what is the best closing match. Will it be Hogan and Andre, the triple threat match at WrestleMania 20, Edge versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania 24, or Brett versus Shawn in the Iron Man match at WrestleMania 12? That'll drop sometime tomorrow. The most iconic moment in WrestleMania history is Brock Lesnar beating The Streak. The greatest performer of all time is obviously Mr. WrestleMania himself, Shawn Michaels. And the overall best WrestleMania, WrestleMania 31. Guys, like I said, great show. We are brought to you every week by Body Check Wellness. Body Check Wellness is a line of products that promote wellness, balance, and recovery by using the full potential of hemp. They come in extracts, blends, gummies, and topicals. Use promo code A2D for 20% off your order at bodycheckwellness.com. Dr. Paul Vidal is our doc. Make him yours at Specialized Physical Therapy. He's got 2 locations, Burlington and Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can also find him on the web at specializedphysicaltherapy.com. Mental health and addiction issues are no joke. We take that very, very seriously here at A2D Radio. So we are happy to support the Counseling Center and Sunrise Detox. If you need mental health therapy or addiction detox, please call 856-651-8117. Once again, that's 856-651-8117. You're looking to buy a home, sell a home, or looking for a changing career? Contact Alan Foy of eXp Realty LLC, 302-682-8820, or visit him on the web at allen.foy at exprealty.com. Gentlemen, enjoy your week. A ton of shit to happen this week when it comes to the world of WWE. Ton of shows here on the channel. Agree to disagree tomorrow. We'll be running some stuff over on A2D Gaming as well throughout the day. On Monday, you've got the Monday Morning Quarterback, Sports Hounds, Flight Zone. Tuesday is usually Lazy Booking. Wednesday is A2D After Dark and the A2D Wednesday Night. Thursday is Birds of a Feather and the Hockey Happy Hour. Usually. Friday. What? I'm going to get to that in just a second. Wait, what are you saying?
Thursday, you got it.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to get to that in a second. There's a reason I keep saying usually. Friday is Spit and Fire with Rachel Blaze and, A2D Fan Friday, and then the new show that they did, was that Money Pot Friday night?
Money Pot Podcast.
Yes,
Money Pot. And then Saturday is Kicking It Stateside, Philly Podcast, Combat Zone, Weekly Roundup, and then we will be live after WrestleMania Saturday and Sunday night. Back to what Chrome was saying. Why did I keep saying usually? There might be some programming changes going around here when it comes to Birds of a Feather, Hockey Happy Hour, Lazy Booking. We're still working out the details. But what will happen following NXT Stand and Deliver, we will have another A2D Wrestling recap show for NXT both nights. So check us out there. Follow us on all our social media platforms. We will see you guys next week for the A2D Wrestling recap of NXT Stand and Deliver, and then at A2D Wrestling recap of WrestleMania. Guys, make sure you tell somebody you love them. We'll catch you on the other side. Peace.